Hello, hello, hello everyone. How are we doing? Welcome to the stream. Do, 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 do. Cool. We had a donation come in while we were offline, but there was no message attached. I was just wondering why the donation part was full. I'm just a little bit confused myself, honestly. But reset that and get going. What we're gonna do? I wanted to go Elazer triple, but in my moment of being confused, apparently they've gone in game. I didn't see triple come online at all, so I've missed that. Is it too late to grab ByuN Rex on career? Probably. Those guys probably started pretty quickly. I've just missed everything, actually. How's organizing the Korean Royale been? Oh, that is a hot topic. And not for the right reasons. Right now, Korean Royale is probably going to be cancelled because nobody wants to play. We have 0 signups to the qualifiers. The one signup we have can't actually play. So it's looking as though we're probably... Unless everyone signs up last minute tomorrow. I mean, I don't want to cancel it, but like... we'll see who signs up tomorrow for the qualifier, but it's very likely that we completely rejig the format because I just don't think there's 14 Koreans that will come and take part, to be honest. It's kind of wild, but yeah, we'll just see. Can't really do anything else other than that right now, so yeah. What's the main reason players are given? Well, I mean, it's not that I've like invited players. I've given them the qualifier, and no one has signed up. So the problem is like I don't want to invite people before the qualifier. Typically, that's just not how we do it usually. But so yeah, we don't really want to like invite people before the qualifier. But the fact that no one is signing up to the qualifier preemptively is obviously just not a good sign. So I'm not really sure what to do with that one. It might just be trying to run an event on the Korean server is not feasible right now or viable or anything, but like, yeah. I mean, we'll see what it's like tomorrow. You know, a lot of the guys very typically sign up very late to these things or last second and so on, but it might just be that we have to scrap the Korean Royale or maybe make the Korean Royale like a smaller thing, and we'll just make WARDITV November, which is open to everyone, a bit of a bigger thing, potentially. So those are kind of the options that we have at the moment. So yeah, ByuN's down of Stellarfest. Yeah, but I mean ByuN said he wanted an invite, which is fine, but that still leaves us at 13 players because ByuN was the only guy signed up to the qualifiers anyway, right? So yeah, and obviously I know Stellarfest is that first weekend as well, but we would obviously schedule players matches around that. Like I can move people's games around. It's just, yeah, a little unlucky, a little unlucky. So yeah, we're gonna go ByuN Rex. And get that TVZ on the way. This is around a 16 match to start us off. And what is honestly a pretty low sign up Monday Cup as well, to be honest. It's it's a little bit all over the place this week apparently, so it's all good. I mean, look, if it turns out that it's actually like I thought there was only going to be like 2 Koreans at Stellarfest. If it turns out there's like a bunch of people who have gone to Stellarfest, like Koreans who've gone to Stellarfest, and it's my bad on the judgment call in that regard, then sure. But I'm looking at the Stellarfest signups, and it's like Hearthstone, Scarlet, Lambo, Geralt, Mixu, like you know what I mean? Like there ain't a lot of there aren't a lot of things going on, is my TLDR, I guess. Like it's not like there's a lot of other Koreans out there. And if there is, then maybe I'll rehash the Korean Royale, but as of right now, tomorrow's Korean Royale has essentially zero signups. You can view the Starfest signups. I mean, if you go to Wikipedia and you go to the open bit, you can click on a bracket there, and I'm pretty sure that if they're signed up, they're on there. So yeah. Thank you, Jin Kamui, for the 6-month resub. Appreciate you, by the way. And thank you, Klebos, on the 8-month resub as well. Apparently, over the weekend off, we have dropped down to 600 subs. Oh, no! Alright, the road back to 700. Oh my god, like, how many times this year have we been on the road back to 700 subs? It's actually kind of crazy. The inability for us to maintain 700. I mean, maybe that's because maintaining 700 is genuinely difficult nowadays. Maybe 600 is our maintenance and 700 is like our peak. In which case, maybe 700 is always a good goal. But it just means we're back on the road, you guessed it, to 700 subs. Incredible stuff. All right, how are we doing, guys? How's everyone feeling? Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate you guys being here for some SC2 action on a Monday. It's going to be an easy one to kind of ease us back in. I mean, next couple of days might not be super long, although I do have Crank Team League replays to get through over the next couple of days as well, if there are not going to be a hugely populated set of qualifiers for the Korean Royale. So keeping that in mind, we do have ByuN in the top right and Rex in the bottom right here for our Monday Cup. Like I say, even this Monday Cup's a little shy on signups, if I'm going to be honest. There's I mean, we had 20 signups, and we had maybe, you know, we have like 10-ish seeded players or so. Obviously, a couple of people are in NA as well right now. Like Percival usually plays, Geralt often plays. They're in NA right now, so they're not participating today. But yeah, a few things to look at and think on as we get settled into this game one. What we're really missing is like Sola. I feel like is tapping out for a little bit. Shin, Rogue, are very inconsistent in playing. We're missing the Korean Zergs to kind of spice the numbers up a little bit. Q has been not really participating in the open stuff as much. These open cups are, I mean, you know, these open cups are like the Maxpax, Clem, and herO show for a reason. But it's becoming more and more of a reason because less and less players try to come in and compete with them. Although it is nice to see Gumiho back in the lineup, back in the open cups and the open entry events. It looks as though he's coming back for a little bit, so that's nice to see. But yeah, we have I am a little concerned about players and participation at the moment. It does feel like we're in a bit of a rough spot for that. As Ariba stood exactly where that drone wanted to build the spore initially, so I thought there was maybe going to be some trouble. We forced 2 spore crawlers. This Reaper should get pushed away. The Queen stopping to inject. Let's get a bit more damage on a drone there before it takes a few more shots, as we are eventually going to push that away. Reaper out up to the top side. Pulling back for the moment as a couple of Zerglings are going to come diving in as well into the main base. Which is going to come straight through and see a triple CC here, so 3rd CC already coming down. That Zergling going to nibble. The SCV gets chased and just about stays alive for the moment. I see the couple of Marines still going across and going after the Zergling as well. Surprised not to see Percival doing the open Stellarfest since he's already in NA. Yeah, it's just a lot of days to stay there, and it's... I mean, the tournament structure for Stellarfest is a bit, like, extended. It's like, it's 6 days long, though, or something, or 5 days long, maybe. It's long, so it's 5 days. You have to pay for yourself to be there, and obviously pay for yourself to, you know, stay in a hotel, and obviously if you wanted to stay for the weekend, it probably would have cost that anyway, but Yeah, if you have to stay in a certain place because you have to be able to play every single day, it's just a long time to commit to, so I imagine you just figured it wasn't worth it. Plus, you see already, like, Clem, ByuN, etc. are already in the round of, you know, top 8, so... Like, it's nice to have paid players, or players who get their paid flight there. But then, obviously, it is a bit of a turn-off to people who... There is a little bit of a turn-off to people who are, you know, traveling out to partake. Because then you're like, well... yeah, because then, yeah, you're kind of obviously looking at the chance of making even top 4 is extremely slim, right? So it's tough, I think, is the problem. When the prize pool is decent, don't get me wrong. And to be fair, the prize pool splits down to the players in the open section as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, ByuN obviously forgot to get back on his command center there, and that's a bit of an issue. So that third CC is super late in comparison to what it should be. It's a little problematic. We are Nidus in here as Rex, so if you do damage, there's going to be less SCVs and less economy than there should be to kind of deal with that damage, / recover from that damage. There's less room for error basically for ByuN while still not having benefited from anything else because the CC's just been not building. So he's been missing, you know, mules, he'll be missing a few SCVs of production, so like I say, it becomes a little bit trickier there. Definitely puts you in a little bit of a tougher spot in the early stages. Just going to see the siege tank on the way through now, a few marines coming in. Nidus into the corner of the base, man. ByuN could not be less prepared for this. I actually think he's in some serious trouble. I mean, his siege tank is going to be on its way, but... not ready yet. So he is the Overseer in the main. Now he does have Stim. As the queens pop out. And drop a creep tumor down. Keep those queens on creep, please. Let's protect our queens. Let's transfuse them up. Yeah, one of the queens in the front going down. But that's a lot of roaches. Now, if we get forward on top of the factory, it's perfect timing because the siege tank is near popping. So pretty much right now you have to, you know, protect this as ByuN and step forward. Having Stim is a major help. And that tank is going to make things a lot more difficult as these roaches try to spread out. We already killed 17 SCVs. A couple drones going down as Hellions make their way into the mineral line on the other side of the map, so we're undoing some of the damage that's been taken. 10 more roaches spawning soon. There's no new siege tank on the way, so it's just that one single tank from ByuN. Now he starts another, but that took a while. There's a lot of roaches in production. Uh-oh, we're stepping forwards. We're going to take a massive tank shot there. I was going to say, it feels like it's taken forever to get a reinforcing round of roaches here. Now that they're here, then yes, brilliant, but man, it's taken so long. We're going to come diving through. We kind of just need to break forward right now. We need to get rid of that siege tank. It's going to do so much. Extra SCVs pull up as well, but I think ByuN is making a defense here, guys. The tank's got a few too many shots off, and despite ByuN being pretty blind, despite a little bit of a mistake early game with the command center, it was looking good for him, and then he left some of his marines onto the Nidus, and that's going to give the roaches a chance to run at the siege tanks. They're going to get in reach, kill one, turn for the other, but man, again, tanks just do so much damage. It was really a shame because Rex really got in position, I felt like, to deny the siege tank as well when it spawned, but then he just got caught on the bottom side. ByuN pops it top left, and it keeps that keeps that siege tank very much so alive instead. As I think we've got ourselves Nidus network about to go down. Nidus will fall. 1-1 upgrades coming through. Marine Marauder tank continuing to build in. Extra roaches in production. It's hard to really say that this is looking like anything other than a GG for Rex, because now he's down on upgrades. He's committed to aggression that just has not done enough at the end of the day, and that a lot of the time is just the deal breaker at the end of it all. These units gathered together, tank shot still firing, roaches still taking a few more shots, Full Command still hopping through a few more SCVs. Marines trying to get back to the Nidus, and it looks as though they will deny that. On top side, the Overlord continues to move about, which is going to stay GG. As ByuN gets the opening game hold to start off the day. Who's pinging me on Discord? Freaking loco. Every time I go live, instantly, you know what happens? Bang! It's time for Loco to go live too. Bang! Discord notification. And during the entirety of my first game, I was just like, bang! Notification sat there that I can't clear out easily. Ah! Very, very minor problem, really. Just happens every time. Which I guess makes sense, considering we all, you know, work on stream on a schedule. Guys, how did we get back to 600 subs and now we lost another already? I guess we're really in this kind of period where actually, like a month ago, we actually started having really good streams and we really streamed a lot. So it's actually going to be a true battle to, kind of keep the sub count going, isn't it? I'm so used to the sub count only going up because September was a very weak month for us, but October was a great month for us, and so, yeah. Crazy. Alright. I'm gonna kick this off. Let's get this going as we get ready to roll on into game number 2 of this best of 3. How's the concert? It was great. I mean, Pendulum are always good. They played a horrific set list, though. They cut a couple songs, which it was a very mess set list, but it was good because Pendulum are good. Just I was a little sad because I was expecting a couple songs they didn't play and so on. So yeah, but yeah, it was good. It's kind of short actually. Like they were on stage for like an hour 15. And they had to restart a song because someone in the crowd passed out. But then the songs they skipped were like after that were already meant to have been played before. Like it's just weird, but yeah, I mean, what they played was good. I was surprised it was only an hour and 15, hour 20 maybe. Cool venue as well. Good size. Not massive, not too small. It was fun. That's cool. Coming up as we get rolling here, it's game number 2. ByuN's obviously up a map. I just haven't set it on the scoreboard just yet, so let's do that to begin with and figure out what exactly we're going to do over the next few moments as we settle into our second game here. Hatch, gas, spawn and pool coming by as you get up and running. Reaper and the orbital command coming up. Just going to be seeing the CC on the way over on that natural as well, so just bring that straight on in. And yeah, the Overlord heading towards the upper side for a couple of moments. One day you'll learn to do what ByuN just did. What? Defend roaches without knowing they're coming? It's got to stay calm. I mean, to be fair, actually, his build is pretty good for dealing with aggression. Because yes, he didn't have a tank immediately, but he did have Stim Marines. And Stim Marines are very good against roaches. It's just about not being caught under kind of whelmed. So having that faster second barracks and focusing on the Marine count here was good. Especially because you could see initially maybe didn't have enough to fight. But the moment he did get a siege tank out and it didn't instantly go down, it becomes a much more comfortable defense. What I'm actually a little bit sad about is that Rex didn't have a secondary Nidus really coming up anywhere. Like, he didn't succeed in getting a Nidus elsewhere, so he could have maybe done a better job of maybe possibly trying to, you know, if you're just getting, like, another Nidus and you kind of make ByuN move around, then maybe you attack the natural and the tanks on the high ground, and you kind of play that ping-pong effect, and your opponent has to take time to knock down the Niduses and so on. I feel like those are the kind of things which you could do much better at, so maybe there was some missing potential from Rex even in terms of his approach to that and how it went. To have a ticking along. There's the orbital and the Rex coming through. Command center and the tech lab coming up as well. Still got that lair and that hatchery coming in. A few additional drones coming about. The Overlord coming through. A couple of the Hellions will be popping from the factory as the Overlord and a couple Queens step their way out over to that right side. A little creep spread coming down to the front as well. Looking good there. And yeah, lair finishing soon. 7 drones in production. All of that coming about as we just have Hellions, Marine, and Stim building as well. A couple of barracks added on. But excited to see what this lair's all about here from Rex. Mutas have been kind of back on the menu a little bit for Zergs lately. Is this like super fast 2-base muta? Or is this just another attempt at Nidus? And he does have the hatchery like hidden away bottom right side. Still a fast lair though. Yeah, taking a 3rd gas now. Gas is there for a Spire. What did we just drop? It's a Spire. So Rex is going to go into fast mutalists here for game number 2. Only Terran can lose 30 workers. 4 mins and enforces a GG the other way. I mean that's not really true at all. A lot of races can hold an all-in, losing a lot of workers. Because the point of an all-in is if you kill a lot of workers but you don't kill your opponent, you oftentimes die. So that it actually is true for... Now, it's maybe not so true for Zerg, because Zerg doesn't really want to pull drones into a fight. Because if you pull drones into a fight as a Zerg, they usually block the Zerglings. So, yeah. And then if you do it as a Protoss player, Usually, it can happen as a pro a lot, right? Where you lose a ton of probes against committed pressure and you come out with a lot of army and you counterattack and do very well. So, I don't think that's true at all. Kindle Cloud Reader, it's a really fucked up question. I don't know, like... You're a bit weird, man. Don't know what else to tell you on that one. Are we doing the Christmas Day games this year? Yes. Christmas Day games will be a thing. That's pretty much all I have to say about it right now. Christmas Day games will also have the Christmas Eve games coming back, maybe in a different format though. Because I thought that was kind of fun last year, so we maybe have Christmas Eve games too. So probably we do Christmas Eve and Christmas. We definitely do Christmas Day games, but yeah, probably do Christmas Eve as well. We do like to stream on that, so but we'll see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Marina's going to get down here and obviously finding this hidden bases. Pretty good for ByuN. Is going to get rid of a few Zerglings as well. That hatchery is going to remain in some trouble here. The +1 flyer attack coming through. We have got our first mutas across the map and they're going to hit the third base and get rid of a few SCVs already. The Marine count over here is kind of low. The Hellions out on that left side. Obviously the drops in the bottom right. So in terms of anti-air against the mutas, we're kind of at a rock bottom 0 in the main base at the moment. We got rid of one muta here finally, but this entire natural is going to be under fire. We should really have gotten after that missile turret while it was building, because that now finishing gives you the chance to actually play defense. Back in the main, we're going to pick off Marines as they are spawning. Combat shield could be denied as well, not a bad target. Marines on the other side are doing great because we just don't have a lot of defense outside of the mutas. The mutas are with the investment from Rex. So he's doing good damage, but he's going to take serious damage too. However, he does push back the medevacs. And now this is a serious amount of time where ByuN has been unable to really kind of control this. Couple Vikings pop out, which is nice because it puts some damage on the mutas, but would have liked to maybe see an attempt for some SCVs to come forward here. Maybe repair those Vikings a little bit and just try and keep them alive. ByuN is getting turrets closer to his production, which is a big deal. 15 drones going down as the Hellions finally ran through. What are these Zerglings doing? Running into the corner, then running after the Hellions, gives the Hellions a shot that they maybe shouldn't have had. It's going to be seeing the reactor taking some damage. Another couple of units taking some shots as well. Another few Marines down the bottom side. Muta's just going to be pushed away for a couple moments. Vikings getting through. A few more Vikings and Marines gathering on that natural. The Vikings are just nice because they're just a sturdier kind of... they're just kind of a sturdier kind of anti-air unit, right? Helps you kind of survive a little bit. Handful of Marines going to try and step forward. Just going to see the Vikings maybe able to get some pushes out the other direction. A few more hits coming through. Muta's still taking some damage. 5 workers going down. Just come in, just deny the missile turret. I mean, at the very least, Rex is able to do a lot with this. The problem is ByuN did so much across the map. You know, Rex has no third hatchery. It's rebuilding on this left-hand side currently. He has no third hatchery. He's playing a game where he's obviously lost like a bunch of drones as well. Plus, if he's going down, Muta's still coming up. +2 flyer attack coming over. Marines going to be jumping in. Going after a few more drones. I'm just going to be seeing the Queen taking some shots as we just have our Lings running straight through looking after those Marines as well. The Marines will go down, but another 6 drones. The Mutas actually have to take a chance to turn away as well right now. Armory is about to finish. Siege tank Marines and the combat shield coming through. Muta's just sitting on the edges. We've seen the Vikings. I love that we've got the Vikings and actually being useful here. Knocking the Oversteer down of all things right there is a nice little positive. Just trying to get in. Again, just gets the Widowmine on the edge, but as ByuN stabilizes, equal worker count, 2 bases versus a fresh 3 base Zerg is decent. meters on the right side. Gonna try and push in as well. We get one missile turret. Viking's gonna be there. Just gonna push the meters back the other way once again. Again, that balance speed coming up. Plus 2 flyer attack coming in. We get the burrow started also. Orbital command will land onto the third base. The mutalisks will make their way back to the top. Just gonna see those mutas gonna be going after the depot. Marines will gather. Just gonna see the Vikings still join up as well. A couple more mules just dropping straight down. Coming out to the front here. Lingbane muta gathering together. Got those couple tanks on siege. Marines stepping through. Rocks going about. Tanks in the Thor just going to be numbing their way through those rocks and getting some good damage done. Opening up that space. Marine Viking going to be there. We just get turned the other way. We continue to settle in the front. 24 Lings producing by as the Lingbane comes around to the right. The drones coming through. The extractors coming online. This army of Rex ready to make a play onto the third base here in the next few moments. Looking to get straight onto that. The Marines and the Vikings coming straight by. Lingbane muta just going to run through. Orbital command getting shoved away. The Banes continue to go at it. The Marines still taking damage. Lingbane trying to get through on toward the bunker as well. The Marines and the Vikings still going to rush across. Still going after the mutalisks. Overseer will take a couple more hits. And again, the Lingbane needs to run out there as well. Marine, tank, Viking continuing through. A couple of those Banes taking damage. And get all the way down that bottom left side. Additional Zerglings still moving by. Take a chance to turn around again. A couple of Banes getting knocked as we scan. I think this is probably looking to be a little bit too much for ByuN. Don't think Rex is going to have much of a way to fight this. 6 Banelings are morphing. Don't think that's going to do too much. ByuN is going to take game 2 of this best of 3. GG. Hey, what's up, Cranky Ducklings? Thank you for the raid. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining us today, everybody, as we are just early in the competition right now, so... Screw it, let's go Elazer triple. But they're just starting up because they had some issues. No issues? So let's jump on back and we can jump in. Yeah, apparently triple reported Elazer AFK, but triple was on the wrong server, so that was a thing. So yeah, we'll join Elazer and triple. Why not? I was thinking about that match originally anyway, but and didn't look like triple was here, but they're gonna play. All good. Cool. We'll get that lobby link and we'll get into that ZVP and get underway. That's where things are going, guys. Alright, guys. Very important question for you all. Oh, should I wait until the ads are done? Maybe I'll wait till the ads are done. Wait till the ads are done to ask the very important question. Although I actually think I have an answer for myself already, maybe. Do 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 boom boom. Bum 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 bada bum 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 bum. Alright, I'm going to go Ruby Rock for this opening game between Elazer and Triple. They had some issues getting started, but looks as though we're going to be able to go now. Let me get this ready to roll out. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, let's head in as we go to the top left side of the map. We're going to start things off with the orange. Zerg player. This is going to be Elazer. And he's taking on Triple, who will be the blue barcoded Protoss in the bottom right side of the map. Actually got no idea what to expect here. Triple plays in a lot of these events. First and second rounder usually. I'm excited to see how well he does. Excited to see how well Elazer does on a day where we very rarely see Elazer in this competition. So Elazer, when he comes back and plays, usually plays some really fun kind of Zerg stuff. So I'm kind of excited to see him maybe kind of spicing it up, doing things a little differently. And like I say, mixing it up a little bit where we weren't maybe expecting to see mix-ups. Elazer's always a very fun player. Like, he always kind of... Like, Elazer very quickly adopts his own style and just kind of runs with it a lot of the time. So it's always usually really cool. We'll see what he, like I say, gets up to on this one. Didn't catch who the Protoss player is. It's Triple. He's a Korean Protoss, kind of like a GM, you know, semi-pro maybe, but someone who plays in a lot of these tournaments but does not really usually see much beyond the first couple of rounds, and that's not being harsh. It's just kind of where his kind of endpoint usually is in these tournaments. So he plays a lot, but yeah. So this is still first round action, funnily enough. Like I say, they had some issues finding each other, and they decided they would just play. They didn't want the walkover or anything, so... I mean, sure, why not? Honestly, better than us waiting on a round of 8 that's not ready to go just yet and stuff, so we can jump in and cast some CVP here. Seprobe did end up coming across the map, dropping a couple of nibbles down. Cybercore next is coming through. Spawning pool is about to finish as well. Gonna be the Stargate opening from Triple, which is not really too surprising either. See the couple of Lings escorting a drone to the third hatchery. We'll get that down, no problem. And so the third hatch gets rolling here on Ruby Rock for Elazer early. Still playing the WARDITV kind of edition of this map pool, which is 5 of the ladder maps and 4 of the TLMC maps. That's where we're kind of going at the moment. And Link Speed building through, Queen in the hatchery coming up. Gonna take our Stargate into play, get that completed, and get that ready to rally across to the other side of the map. So Oracle will be on the way through, the Warp Gate coming by. Just gonna be having a couple of probies continuing to get going here for the moment. Link Speed finishing shortly, drones and the Queen continuing online. Get that ready to go. Did they announce TLMC winners yet? I don't. If it's not on TL, then no. I've seen through the private Discord the maps that are likely going to make ladder, and hence which ones the community like the most. So I'll not spoil anything, because I don't know if it's public. First place prize, $200. Is that Euro or US? We do all of our prize money in US dollar. Just because it's, I mean, it's not necessarily most universal, but it kind of is. Like, US dollar is something that everyone can kind of work in, especially the Koreans and stuff. So we've done everything in US dollar for years and years. A lot of our sponsors work in dollars. You know, a lot of our additional, like my Twitch income well, it used to come in dollars. It still gets counted in dollars, but it doesn't It gets sent to me in pounds because, you know, Twitch hated the fact they send me in dollars, even though it was really useful for me to pay out players. So, yeah, it's in US dollars. Everything is dollars. Couple Oracles going to head to the top side, getting ready to dive in toward the main base very shortly. As I just continue to get set up. Just going to see a few Lings diving in toward the mineral line here, over onto a few probes. Couple probes going down. It's a nice little counterattack early from Elazer. Going to force the recall of the double Oracle to play defense, because Triple says, I don't really have enough to deal with this at all. I mean, his battery was running out of energy. His Adept was not going to last forever. Elazer finishing the Overlord speed, and that usually means aggressive intentions. And he has got the layers. A Drop Lord can come through. Cancels the Rotron, builds a Hydroden instead, though. So maybe he just goes for some actual, like, legitimately just drop harassment rather than, like, dropping into, dropping, kind of like a queen drop, like, all-in sort of push. So yeah, that seems like the more likely scenario right here. As the double Oracle flies in, Spore plus some queen damage is good for a kill. What are we doing, Triple? We are just suiciding the Oracles. Wow. He just says, I do not care about these Oracles. I want to suicide them in. And that's exactly what he does for 5 drone kills. Is kind of shocking, honestly. Like, that's not a lot of drones to give up both of your Oracles for. You're going to lose so much map control from that. So much defensive capability on stasis wards. I don't think you can say you love that play in any way, shape, or form. That was just straight up ugly. Not what you want to see in the slightest. Really not ideal, as we'll see the Lings going to come back around over to the top side. Hatchery of Elazer will gather up. This hatchery over here from Elazer settles as well, as you just see the Lings. And the Hydras will continue to get set up and nibble their way through a set of rocks over here as well. It's just going to knock those rocks down, open up this space in the middle. On the bottom, couple of Overlords are going to morph into the Dropper Lords. Yeah, I was expecting them to go there. I was a little bit ahead of myself in my sentence even. So a couple of Dropper Lords to the bottom side. Hydra's still pouring out. The Ling's joining up. That Blink upgrade is ticking along as well. That's just now finishing. Just on the bottom left-hand side, this hatchery is ready. I mean, Elazer has just expanded comfortably. But there's a lot of Stalkers on the map now from Triple. Elazer, and honestly, a counterattack like this is really nice because it's at a moment of this game where, you know, you're going to have Ling Hydra defensively, and you're going to be warping in aggressively as Triple because he's on the offense, he's on this other side, and then the Lings are going to drop in, and you're just going to have to warp in at home or not have a warp in, and then you're just in trouble. Your workers are going to be in a ton of trouble. So yeah, it is really just that Overlord speed to allow drops like this to come through, and again, this main base looks completely barren of defense. Recall should still be on cooldown. No, okay, it's back off cooldown. It's been a little while since those Oracles recalled. This is bad, man. A lot of probes going down. Triple does have a warp in at least, so he warps in a couple of Zealots and a Stalker. The Lings will just finish off all the probes, though. That entire main mineral line getting shredded here by Elazer as he takes down 18 probes, and now he's chasing forward. Ling Hydra trying to get in after these Stalkers. I don't think he wants to necessarily do that. The one thing Triple has is this armor was built up before the eco damage, so it's still pretty powerful. But I think Elazer's just feeling good, because also if Elazer forces a trade now, you know, Triple just lost a lot of economy that he's not able to, you know, sink into or dip into to kind of then replenish the units if he takes a trade. So Elazer kind of forced this fight, and he has the Hydra upgrades looking decent as well. It's not bad. Feelings get into the natural, going to turn, keep these Hydras concave against the Stalkers. The good Blink Blank Roller should be defendable by Triple. I think the issue is always going to be the reinforcements and how much they can do. There is the natural still into fire. Like I say, those Feelings leaking through over there is a big deal. You can see the Blink Stalkers are keeping themselves alive enough to kind of, like I say, get rid of the Hydras here, but the rest of the damage is very, very real. And honestly, even just Ling reinforcements might be plenty right now, because at this stage, the Stalkers alone may struggle with that, although Elazer's probably a smart guy and says, you know what, let's just get more Ling Hydra up and just go for another big push, and then just capitalize on the fact that, once again, his economy has been absolutely trashed for the second time this game, and that's very true. You know, first the drop load with the Lings, and now at the second time around, this little Ling run by while everything else was going on. So yeah, very nice job of things. We get another warp in. We just get a little bit of a shove in toward this forward hatchery. Stalker's going to start putting some damage in there. The couple drones taking shots. Ling's looking for the wraparound. Hydra's going to get rid of the Prism, which denies warp-ins. That should be good enough for Elazer to take an opening game. As the Stalker's blink in, that is a sign of we know that we're doomed. Triple just apparently wants to see his units die You guys did not win me this game. I will watch you die before I say GG, and then he says GG. I don't know. Teaches them a lesson for game 2, maybe. Don't think that is how it works necessarily in reality, but we can roll with it as we'll get ready for game 2 in a couple of moments. See what our second map will be. As bracket is just moving along, guys. There's a couple mirror matchups right now, which is why I was a little bit hesitant to kind of wait around for a round of 8. But Clem is playing Nikoract. I guess that's not a mirror because Clem will play Protoss. So Clem playing Nikoract. He's in a section of the bracket with ByuN, Gumiho, and Let Alex still. As a potential semi-final opponent if he advances over Nikoract. And then herO is playing Shameless in the round of 8 in the same section of the bracket as Elazer, Triple, Maxpax, and Coca. That's probably a Maxpax that's coming through that set up for PvP semi unless there's some crazy upset. So that's where today's... Yeah, that's where today's WARDITV Monday is going. Edition 58, guys. Like I say, not the biggest of signups. Not the hugest of setups or anything. Just a little bit here and there. A few players around. As we get ready to dive into herO Citadel. In the top left-hand side, up 1-0 will be the orange Zerg player. It is going to be Elazer. And in the bottom right, our blue Protoss is going to be Triple. Do we have mixed games from SE4 somewhere uploaded already? I got no idea, mate. It's not my tournament. I probably just have to search SC4 or go check the Wikipedia page and see where they're streamed. But yeah, it's not my tournament. I don't know anything about it. Not my tournament. Not that we only ever cover WARDITV events, but I was away as well, so I did not cast it or anything, so I am fully unaware of what was going on. Apart from the fact that I knew it was happening. As yo, Golcon877, thank you so much for the 15-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate you. Hatch gas pool just coming about. Gateway on the low ground. And settled in on here on herO. Not really anything too crazy going on for the first few moments of this. Let's just take a little bit of time, get up and rolling, and see where we want to go. Spawning pool. Finishing soon. The Overlord still heading to the bottom right. Little probie here. We'll just step out. Moving towards the bottom of the map here to begin with. The probie. Down that bottom right hand side, just going to see a couple queens on the way. That ling speed is coming up as well. The laser bringing that straight through. To get that ling speed finished up again. A couple of drones on the queens. All coming about as we just have Zerglin getting over to the sides, and yeah, we just get set here. Nothing too crazy or wild just yet. How did Elazer win last game? I mean, basically, he just Ling Hydra and defended well and did great harassing damage twice over. Drop a load of Lings, got basically the entire main mineral line. Defended against the Stalkers with Ling Hydra, and he basically attacked, did a lot of damage, and had way too much for follow-up as well. So he'll finish soon, get the extra drones coming online. Let's see our sport coming on in. Let's just prep for these oracles. I was really surprised to see Triple giving up the double oracle last time. Just flying it in, 5 probes to give up both the oracles is just not worth it. So a little bit of a shame on that one, really. You see things go a little bit better this time in that regard. Am I a baseball fan? No. I know I followed, like, I follow it. Sometimes it pops up on my Twitter feed, and when I listen to NFL podcasts, sometimes they mention it, so I roughly know that it exists. But that is about it, so. Like, I have, I have very baseline level of information. Honestly, the one thing I knew most about baseball was that the World Series was always at this time of year, because it was always on when we were in America for BlizzCon. You know, this end of October, kind of start of November kind of area. That was always kind of the BlizzCon dates, and it was always the that was always when the baseball was on as well. So. Who's my NFL team? I don't have an NFL team. I just I just enjoy totally as a fan, and I just enjoy watching fun teams. Because I have no reason to pick a specific team, so I just cheer for like a bunch of different teams. It's great. Like you kind of have to ask me who, like if two teams were playing, who would I cheer for? I guess is more than anything. Used to go to BlizzCon when I was in Anaheim. Those were the good days. Well, BlizzCon's back next year, isn't it? Do you guys think we'll get any StarCraft at BlizzCon? Do you think they might like run like a small StarCraft event? I really don't, but like, there's a tiniest chance that they accidentally, you know, realize they have nothing else to do there. So they're like, hey, quick, let's invite 4 StarCraft players and have a StarCraft tournament. Who casts StarCraft? Plays Dota? Cool, let's get those guys. That's probably what's gonna happen if there was anything there. It's in like it's in a different time of the year than it used to be. I think it's in September now. I mean, I guess if you take 5 years off, you kind of lose your your regular weekend at the the Anaheim Convention Center. I guess they don't hold it open for you still. Isn't cricket more common in the UK? More common than what? I mean, cricket's kind of like a I'd say cricket's like a tier 2 sport in the UK, you know? In terms of popularity. Couple oracles going up to the top. 4th hatchery is down as we take a few moments to settle in. Just going to see oracles are zip-zapping their way through a couple of lings. Going to be seeing the lings still taking some damage. Another oracle just going down, man. This time we've got lings on the other side just dealing damage as well. Flat probes dropping. And try and get to storm here quickly as triple, which I don't hate. I don't love him losing the oracle again. Just giving up map control, just not really being as good at maintaining that as you really need to be. Get ourselves a couple of immortals. The High Templar's coming through. The storm is on the way as well, so just get that actually halted by the Contaminate. So Elazer is actually going to buy himself time where Storm is now not done because of the Contaminate and actually shows up with an army here. Is Triple in trouble? I mean, his third base looks to be in trouble. Storm, like I say, not ready. That Contaminate is actually huge. It's one of those rare times that Contaminate is actually going to be so super amazing. It's so sad. The only bad part of this is that he couldn't kill the High Templar before the storms came off. But honestly, it doesn't matter because he was in good enough position anyway that the storms aren't going to change this one. And Elazer is going to come through and take the 2-0 in this ZVP. Just Ling Hydra, pretty much both games. Pretty aggressive as well. No upgrades or anything. Setting up an infestation pit now, but obviously we can see the reality that that is just not going to be a necessity in this case. Hydra, Bane, continuing to come through. The infestation pit going to finish shortly. Just got another Overlord and a couple of Hydras coming down toward everything else there. Let's set up as we do get ourselves a shot or two at the rocks. Open up those rocks, open up that space. And get straight forward here. And in we go. I mean, this feels like a very difficult scenario, right? You've got a few storms, but Elazer is set up well enough that he can pre-split. I mean, he's in no rush because you're 2 base Protoss players, so it's not like he's like, oh god, I gotta go. Time is ticking. Like, he's got all the time in the world to just sit here, chip at the front door, slowly send a few units forward, bait out storms, kind of just approach it as he wants to. So yeah, he's definitely feeling pretty good about that. There's a couple of the banelings will take a chance to start rolling on forward. They're going to take their chance to move through. That is a pretty good storm, to be fair, although there's enough Banes that still got up the ramp. They're going to kill all the High Templar. Now it's Immortals, which are nice if there's anything to kind of accompany them, but in this case, against Hydras especially, they're just not going to do enough. Especially if the Hydras actually just step forward and target down the Immortals. They should die pretty quickly. And this should just be game number 2 to Elazer. As I already said, 2-0 for him is pretty much guaranteed at this stage. And that's not going to change right now. GG. Elazer 2. And 000. Totally not a pylon. Thank you so much for the 4-year resub on the Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for 4 years of supporting the stream. It's always amazing to see the annual or the kind of the year resubs come through. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for supporting. So Elazer is going to advance on through to play against Maxpax or Coca. I can't imagine Maxpax and Coca is going to be super long. I don't really imagine that Maxpax is going to, you know, give Elazer much of an opportunity either, but I think we will, I think we'll just wait for Elazer. Oh, Gumiho ByuN, is that just, surely that's not just now starting? It might be, actually. Oh, maybe we go, do you guys prefer Gumiho ByuN TVT or Maxpax Elazer PVZ? Considering Maxpax Elazer is probably going to be more one-sided, but then Gumiho ByuN is a TVT. Maxpax Elazer easy. Maxpax Elazer. Okay, you guys want to see Maxpax Elazer? That's all good with me. We'll probably have to wait a couple minutes for Maxpax, but I really don't think it's long. He's playing against Coca. He's a big favorite there, so yeah. Hey, what's up, Carl Orff? Carl Orff. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Literally everybody said Maxpax Elazer. That's crazy. When was the last time Maxpax Elazer happened? Great question. It was on the 1st of October. Yeah, before this it was 28. Before that it was the 28th of April, 2024. But it happened in a Leo League Cup when Elazer played a one-off Leo League. Hey, you guys want a Maxpax Elazer? We can do Maxpax Elazer. That's all good. No Terrans in chat, sad. Yeah, pain. Pain. I should support the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just such a miserable team to support, though. Like, you just about go 8-8 every season and you lose in the playoffs. Like, wow, that was fun. There's even a Pittsburgh Steelers bar in London. I'm not even close to London, so even that does not entice me. Honestly, it's kind of fun not having, like, a team, because then I just always have something to cheer for, pretty much. Like, I don't know, it's just fun. I don't need to be a fan of a team to enjoy, you know? I'm a fan of all the players on my fantasy team, how about that? Did Elazer take a map off of him on the 1st? No. Elazer has not taken a map off of Maxpax since 2023. This is 100% the worst series versus Gumiho ByuN, but I appreciate that everybody in chat, apart from one guy, is really pleading the case for Gumiho ByuN. I'm with you. Gumiho ByuN's the better series. I actually thought more people were going to say Gumiho ByuN, but I think people want to see Elazer, so I'm down for it, honestly. Like, see some more Zerg. Yeah, Maxpax is probably going to stomp him, but we barely even get to see Maxpax play PvZ as well, to be fair. Like, Maxpax PvZ is not a super common thing, to be honest, so yo, Alopis Gaming, thank you so much for the 7-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you for priming us up. Did I say thank you to Karloff? Yes, I did as well. Perfecto. Alright, if you guys are enjoying the stream early and you want to support, do obviously consider doing the wonderful thing of subscribing. If you have that Prime sub available, especially prime us up. We are looking to keep on running as much StarCraft as we can. WARDITV tournaments don't happen without your guys' support, so keeping all that in mind, hit that sub button, hit it hard. We appreciate you. And if you're on YouTube, you can hit like and subscribe. It is free to like and subscribe, and it's super awesome. Cool. 1st of October was before the patch. No, that was played on the patch. I'm not sure which version of the patch though. But it was the patch wasn't live, but League Cup played on PTR / whatever was available, so. Like and subscribe, yes, just like that. Just like that. Do 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 do. Alrighty. Yeah, we're just gonna go Maxpax Elazer because it's ready to go. And you guys wanted it, we will give it to you. We haven't gone to TVT in so long, that can't possibly be true. We casted a TVT like 2 days ago. Surely we casted a TVT recently. I'm almost convinced that we casted TVT recently, actually. Completed tournaments. WARDITV October. We casted Spirit vs. ByuN 3 days ago. Last time I streamed. Bam. You feel like a weirdo for liking TVT? TVT is a great matchup. TVT is actually a fun matchup. You're not weird for liking it. It's just people are naturally averse to mirror matchups. People are like, oh my god, mirror match, and they literally look as though they've been stricken by the gods. You know, stricken by like a thunderstrike. Like, it's like, I like TV. Not allowed. Oh, you get shot by a void ray. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Someone's like, I like Protoss versus, and it's like, yeah, just eliminated. Actually, I like Terran versus Yeah, the problem with mirrors is obviously 2/3 of the viewership in theory doesn't like the race because they're the other race instead of just 1/3. And then, I mean, mirror matchups have had a bad rap for being uninteresting. Like, mirror matchups often do end up more stalematey, more volatile. They either end quickly or they drag on. Like, they naturally have those occurrences because it's a mirror matchup. You naturally kind of draw it out or go shorter kind of term as well. So, I think TVT, when it's good, is a really good matchup. But I do also think TVT can be a very inconsistent matchup in terms of giving good games on a regular basis too. So, yeah, there's fairly fair reasons for it. So. Just waiting for Maxpax and Elazer to be vetoed and take us in game. Get this going. Clem playing PvT alone has probably spiked viewership for you. It definitely helps. Imagine if all the Clem games that were PvTs were TvTs, the viewership would have been way different. And I genuinely think his run rate's been better with Protoss, so then even better because you actually get to watch Clem win and then he plays more and then you get even more Clem. which is just a win because that's what everybody wants. It's crazy, man. You know, these people, you guys are so simple. You guys want one thing, and it's Clem. It's like, wow. Why is it always the same? But it really is. You guys are just Clem, just suckers for Clem games. All right, Maxpax Elazer PvZ coming up as we get ready to go onto Persephone. In a couple of moments, getting started. Let's see where we get to. It is going to be, like I say, I think a little bit of a one-sided PvZ, if I'm going to be honest from the get-go. I 100% think this is a scenario where Maxpax is super favored, obviously. Like I say, Elazer has not taken a map off Maxpax since 2023. That doesn't mean we can't have a good time. I'm genuinely intrigued as to what Elazer tries to do, and if he tries anything funky, tries to mix it up or anything. So, yeah, I'm kind of intrigued to see how we go about things. He's due for a win. Yeah, exactly. And we're here to watch it. We're here to watch it. Elazer is in the bottom right, while Maxpax is in the upper left. Overlord heading to the top of the map at the moment. Just going to bring that straight across. And getting Gate and the Probe coming up. The Hatch, Gas, and Pool all coming in as well. We take a few moments to work on that just for now. Get set up and see where we're going to go. Overlord coming to the top of the map, like we say. Just getting a move along there. Taking a couple of moments early. How's everyone doing in the chats? How's everyone feeling? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Anyone have anything fun happen over the weekend? I wasn't here to check in with you all on the weekend, so I hope you took time advantage of the WARDITV weekend to do something fun. Right, guys? We did something fun, right? Anyone? Maybe? Possibly? She was, yeah, I had a good little trip away. I tell you what I did this weekend, guys, is I finally got to, I dove headfirst into my new obsession, which is Riftbound, which is the League of Legends trading card game. Yep, honestly, like, it's dangerous. The packs were really fun to open. The cards look cool. I'm not even a League of Legends person, but it's just fun. So, it's over, guys. It's officially happened. I finally picked League of Legends over Star. Okay, I didn't pick it over StarCraft. It's not really League of Legends. It's just League of Legends characters, you know. So that was my weekend, along with a little trip away. It was fun, organizing some cards and building some decks and so far. You got a new job, unemployed for almost a year, so it's a good week. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Congrats, Sakratoy. You have a Tepic next to your name, and I've got no idea why. Apparently, is that just like you just played Legends A and it's just you just get a Tepic? Amazing. I also want a Tepic next to my name. It's incredible. Or Chikorita. Is there a Chikorita option? I'm not gonna get it because I haven't bought the game, Sarge. You too? Hell yeah! Everyone's getting jobs. Oh my god! 3 people got jobs. Oh my god, my viewership's about to plummet. Apparently the entire stream's getting employed. We're screwed. No! Oh, congrats, guys. Good effort. You quit your job and you're looking forward to taking a break? Well, that's the other end of things, but it seems like you're happy about it, so that's good too. Is that a Zerg? Haven't they gone extinct yet? No, Zerg still exist, actually. So, there's this weird phenomenon where, like, there's still, like, 6 Zerg players in the world, and for some reason, they've not taken the hint to stop playing the games like every other Zerg did, so, yeah. They'll have more money to buy bits. Man, if people actually bought bits, I'd be living a very different life right now. Ay. Bits are such a weird thing. Like, when bits first came out, they were fairly popular and stuff, but man, like, we see, like, there are, like, 3 people who regularly come on the channel and use bits. Like, you know, they kind of, like, you know, they are, like, the bit guys, and there's, like, actually, like, 3 people that do it fairly regularly. Bits are just such a weird commodity at this point, you know? I'm surprised Twitch never really reworked them into just, like, into kind of what YouTube did, whereas you just donate. Like, without buying the bits, you just make a donation and Twitch take a cut of it. Like, I mean, I guess they did it the other way around with bits initially because it doesn't feel like they're taking a cut as much, because the streamer sees 100 bits and they get 100 bits because you pay the excess when you buy the bits, right? But I'm surprised they never reworked bits at all, because I feel like bits have been a really dead feature for a long time on Twitch. I mean, like I say, a few people use them and that's great, but like, I don't know. Every now and again, Twitch do this thing where it's like, hey, by the way, you can make an emote big for like 50 bits, and it's like, wow. And one person does that, and that's about it as well. So yeah. Let's see the Stalkers retreating back down to the bottom. Just going to go and nip it a little bit of the creep spread initially. Stalkers and the Oracles gathering up. Just going to be seeing the Banelist and a bunch of Lings on the way. So we're just going to be seeing a very Ling-heavy style from Elazer. That's fine if you can survive through these early stages. This right now is some of the scarier moments. Hydra's on the way as well. You just don't have a lot right now to deal with this first wave of Stalkers, and so this is a little bit scary, like I say, for Elazer right here. The Stalkers going to take a chance to jump onto this hatchery. So the hatchery is going to begin to go down. Hatchery gets cleaned out. So that's going to be picked off already as the extra Hydra's coming through. Overlords and the Baneling Nest continuing to produce through as well. And we just have ourselves a little revelation down onto this low ground. And a 4th hatchery comes up on the left-hand side as well. So we get ourselves 4th hatch coming up, getting going. We just have ourselves the Stalkers and the Oracles still poking about at the front. How am I so good at talking and observing? I'm really not. I suck at observing. I actually am terrible at observing, to be honest. And people let me know about it too, so yeah, I'm just lucky right now. I'm just lucky. That's a good pushback from Elazer. He gets quite a few Stalkers out of this as a couple of Zealots go pinging their way onto the hatch on that bottom side. 5th hatch is going to start building on the far left as well. So just going to get that going. Overseer. Just going to have a little contamination. Slows the +2. Doesn't matter when it comes down, right? It's slowing the +2 at all. He's going to keep it slowed. And he slows it while it's Chrono Boost as well. So it's a little bit of a wasted Chrono Boost. Elazer getting ready to run some Banes by. Maxpax on his way up to Storm. But I like where Elazer has put himself at the start of this game. I actually think he's put himself in a pretty good position to kick things off. A couple Zealots on that left side going to get taken down as well. Storm and +2 both continuing up. That Storm's already halfway done, being Chrono Boosted right now. Ling Hydra will take a chance to move toward the top side. Going to warp in another 14 Banelings. I said warp in. I think I said warp in. I started to say warp, I then meant morph. Hey, we get 8 probes here initially as well. Going to get a couple more on the gas as they didn't retreat away. And Maxpax doesn't have Storm still, man. Like, Elazer has a bit of a timing on his hands right now. Storm is just seconds away, and Elazer is going to take down this base. 13 dead workers. A few Lings chasing forward. I mean, surely Elazer realizes that he is right on the verge of being up against Storm, and there is the first Storm coming down. There is good Storms back-to-back, going to make sure a lot of those Banes rolling through do go down. But hey, those Stalkers then step into the Storm as well, and they do the typical Protoss thing as of late, which is standing in your own Storm just to ensure your own units go down as well. 14 pros. We don't have a lot of High Templar energy left. We're also running out of Banelings, though, on the side of Elazer. He will kind of step back, take out that gateway. Probably will need Banelings to do anything else here right now, because realistically, there are Zealots being warped in, and these Hydras are actually in a little bit of trouble, getting chased away. Reinforcing Lings are showing up, but just a little bit late to the party. I just continue through. Stalker Zealot coming over. There's a lot of reinforcements to the right. We should go right now. No, this is the time. Okay, he's going to morph Banelings first. I was like, this is the time, because all these units were out to the left, so everything was quite separated. Maxpax is going to start hanging on in there, but he's still a 3 base Protoss. Elazer's a 66 drone Zerg is my biggest issue. Like, he is committed here, right? Like, he wants to deal damage, and he knows it. What Elazer is going to be fortunate for, though, is that there's no High Templar available. Those High Templars are going to get blocked. Oh, no, he saves them. Oh, my goodness. They get saved by the morph. The Banelings literally reconnected on them as they morphed in, and apparently that's going to be a much worse fight here for Elazer to the extent of even a storm coming down. And Elazer, I mean, at the tail end of this is still doing all right. Let's kill that High Templar. Let's not let that become an Archon easily. These Hydras are actually an issue right now where we are just not seeing enough damage output to really stop these Hydras, so the critical mass is real. And Maxpax says GG, and Elazer will take the opening game of this best of 3. And everyone that said Maxpax, Elazer in the chat, you guys were right, because that is the first time we've seen Maxpax drop a map to Elazer in 2 years. Not that they play a lot, because Elazer's not been as active over the last year or so, but that is definitely one way to start this off. All right. All right. Ruby Rock coming in for map 2. Meanwhile, Nikoract 2-1 over Clem apparently is going to be a thing on the bracket, so apparently Clem is out of today as well. If Elazer beats Maxpax, we are going to have... you know what it is, right? Okay, here's the reality of what's going to go on, is if Elazer beats Maxpax, it's going to be sick, the upsets are real, and what will typically happen is we will then have the most one-sided semi-finals. It always happens, right? Someone makes the upset and the next round is just like, oh cool, you took out a favorite? Bam! You're not meant to be in the semis. I mean, obviously we can hope for it to be different, but I'm just very, very ready for that reality. Of course, we're not there yet just now, as we do have in the bottom right. The blue Protoss player is going to be Maxpax, down a game in this best of 3. So Maxpax down a map, looking to bounce back, as in the top left, our orange Zerg is Elazer. So yes, guys, Clem is out. herO is in the semifinals. Nikoract is in the semifinals. Nikoract is on the side of the semifinals with ByuN and Gumiho. And herO is on the side of the semifinals here with Elazer and Maxpax. So we actually have ourselves, that's how the bracket looks right now, in case you can't jump across and give it a click yourself just yet. That's what is currently happening. So yeah, it's starting to turn into a pretty crazy kind of bracket scenario. I mean, if Maxpax can absolutely turn this around and win this out from here, sure. So that's obviously one thing to think on. Let's see how it all goes as we get hatchery building, couple dronies on the way. We get an extractor coming down there off to the side as well. Just going to bring that straight on through. Hatch gas spawning pool all coming up initially. Now we just take a few moments of, again, getting settled in, seeing where we're heading to, seeing what's going to happen. Getting set up for these next few moments. Like I say, see what the plan around might be here. It's going to have our access going online, the Cybercore coming over, and just take a few moments to get settled into this game too. Nikoract's been making deep runs lately. Yeah, Nikoract's been really interesting lately to me, because I still feel like that consistency isn't there, where like I feel like he can take down some of the best. Don't forget, Nikoract is a guy that beat Maxpax in the round of 16 of this tournament. Like, this was a while ago, but like he's done that before as well. Just that consistency is not there for him, because then I'll frequently see Nikoract, and he struggles against the guys who it feels like he's meant to be getting better than, and then he just can't get past those guys he's meant to be getting better than, because he's hitting down the top tier players. So it's been kind of interesting. Let's just take a couple of moments. Stargate going to finish. As you get the link speed and the fueling is coming up. How did Maxpax lose game 1? I mean, he had a bit of a rough start, lost a few Stalkers trying to pressure into the Ling Hydra of Elazer. And honestly, from losing those few Stalkers, he just had a bit of a rough follow-up, right? Like, he just ended up in a position where then, like, Elazer came across aggressively, took some good fights. Honestly, Maxpax was fortunate because he had that sick save in the High Templar. They just became Archons at the last second. If it wasn't for those Archons buffing in the last second, like, that would have been, you know, a couple more units going down even more quickly. It would have been even more one-sided. So, yeah, things to look on still. So we just have a couple of Adepts going to pull back over, the drones and the spores coming through. Gateway and the Oracle all coming up. It's going to be a second Oracle already as we continue to get that put into place right now. Looks as though ByuN might already be done with his semi-final. It is. So we will do ByuN versus Nikoract after this Elazer Maxpax series. Cool. Just let the players know the official order then, because ByuN and Nikoract finished first. They can play when Elazer Maxpax finish. We always do it so that whichever semi is ready first is the one that gets to go first. Unfortunately for herO, it's a little bit more AFK time for him because he's been waiting a little bit, but that is just how it works sometimes. 7 drones go down early, and that's maybe one thing to note as well, is that Elazer did not take a lot of damage early last game. So taking some damage early this time is going to be a little bit rough for him, putting Maxpax into a good starting point. The herO is coming online. That's going to be on its way through. 9 additional drones coming up, adding on an Overseer. Some Zerglings on the way. The Nexus is about to finish as well from Maxpax on the 3rd base, so we get that on the go at the same time as well. We're going to do the same thing, right? Cancel the herO and build the Hydra Den. So Elazer, similar kind of idea the last time where, again, he was setting up just to be safe. He sees he doesn't need it, and so he's instead going to head into the Hydra Tech and roll with that. So that does seem to be his plan for the moment. Oracle's just going to activate, and then Hatchery immediately going to get cancelled up as well. So just going to see that dropping straight away for the moment. Again, Hydra Den about to finish. Couple of dronies going down. 5 drones going down as the Oracles just dive in. And there is going to be Adept action in the natural as well that the camera I'm following does not see. So 7 drones in total going to be killed once again. Elazer taking some big hits. Hydras, Groove Spines just going to continue about. Lings, Hatcheries continue to come through as well. Just see the Oracle still activating. Zerglings will be back over to the right there as we drop a Nexus down. The Oracle activating, pushing the Lings back a little bit as well. Storm coming through, blinking the +1 coming up. So Hydra's still building about 8 additional drones on the way through. The Hatcheries are building out. The Storm and the Blink and the +1 all continue to build as well. Just going to be having our Nexus and the Gateways and the Cannons coming online as well. High Templar just going to finish up at the front, get those ready. Settling in. And there's a few more Hydras show up as well, just up to the top side. Hatcheries are building. Infestation Pit coming up much sooner this time around as well. Elazer obviously recognizing the chance for him to be aggressive in this game compared to the early games is truly not there, so recognizing that, +2 in the charge still coming about. Just going to be having our Nexus and the gates come through. Again, Infestation Pit will finish soon, and we're going to go into the Lurker Den. Hydra's going to finish up very shortly. Again, the Lurkers just building over. Evachim are going to be there. Nice. Gets rid of an Oracle. I mean, anytime you get rid of an Oracle, it's going to be a win. But yeah, this is going to be a much later game scenario. Maxpax should feel a lot better. Like, the later this game is, the less likely one big attack is going to get it done here from Elazer, and I think that's where his prowess would be in this matchup. So I look at this and say you're pretty happy so far as Maxpax. Elazer's not in a bad place, though. Like, Hive, Lurk Den, both on the way up. These next couple of moments may be some of the toughest for Elazer, where he's going to have to deal with a decent Protoss army, right? Storm available. Doesn't have charge yet, but in general, just Stalker count is decent as well. Just got to deal with this while basically kind of, you know, being without the Lurkers, being on that road to tacking up to them. Storm will dissipate the +2 attack upgrade still coming up. The charge is about to finish. Again, just going to have ourselves the fleet beacon coming about, +2 attack upgrade coming about as well, and the +1 missiles also in production as we speak. Just going to get the couple of Stargates and the fleet beacon building also. Let's just have ourselves a chance to step forward once again, and a couple of creep tumors going down. Nice little storm, hitting a few Hydras. Chance maybe to still get to the front and keep on fighting, as the Lings and the Hydras are going to step out. On the bottom side, a few units moving around still from Maxpax over there as well. As we do have the lurker shots, will take a chance to fire. Storm drops, doesn't do much. Doing all of this, we are just setting up into the next stage of the game. The lurkers are being upgraded, the Stargates are being added on for the late game here from Maxpax as well, so he's prepping for that next phase of this game as Ling Hydra will take a chance to run down through the bottom side of the map and take a chance to come on through here. So just chasing those Zealots across with some Lings showing up as well. Those Zealots will not get away anymore, and yep, that's going to be a cleanup, so good shutdown there. This next, I was going to say, is building right where this army of Elazer's just been led to, so Maxpax leading his base into trouble. I love that Elazer already has that Spire. You can see, obviously, the Tempest count coming through here, and with Tempest coming up, Corruptors are, the typical next step as well, so we really are just very well prepped across the board right now, as, yeah, we're really well prepped here as Elazer, honestly. Elazer and Maxpax are both well prepped to play a later game, so then it really comes down to who looks better in the later game. And then, like I say, I'm gonna naturally be biased toward Maxpax, but Elazer's played well enough so far that maybe we shouldn't doubt him. It's just there's always going to be that lingering affair of, well, like, it's Elazer, right? You haven't seen him play too much lately. I like this a lot. These High Templar on the base defensively are going to get pushed back already. The lurkers get a good spread. But you see the rest of the army trying to get over here as well will not be allowed to because of a good storm. That base is in some genuine trouble, and this Nexus is falling. If Maxpax wants to save this, he has to start fighting it now. He will not, so he's just going to let himself be reduced down to a 3-base Protoss scenario. Corruptor's building. Again, the preparation is being made. Nice little Zealot run by to the top side. Looks as though it could be effective. First storm comes in here. The lurkers will fire from afar and jump onto a couple of these cannons. The lurkers on the left side not being cleaned up as we were missing detection. Now, the Zealot's going to get accounts on the top side hatchery, but that's not too bad. And just seeing these Zealots already is not a bad thing, because now they're able to kind of, deal with them before they get to another base. Although the hatchery survived initially, it might still go down. I think it will. Those few Lings were not enough. Finally, these Zealots, I mean, honestly, I say finally, the hatchery's still not really being dealt with. These Lings doing their best, but having serious troubles. The Tempest starting to get in with some revelations on the lurkers, allowing them to get some good shots off. So the lurkers taking a few more shots, getting pushed back the other way. Again, +1 air weapons coming through. Tempest coming up. The additional Archons are coming about. Lings will get there to pick the said Zealots off, so we take those down as well. And the lurkers just pull back over between the bases for the moment. +2 missiles coming through. Get ourselves some upgrades still coming online. Again, the lurkers just going to sit there. Corruptors coming over. Just going to be seeing the Archons are going to take some shots. The Corruptors flying out down the bottom. And there's a Elazer still adding a few more Corruptors on. Going to get chased away. A couple Stalkers going to be there. The Archons going to come across too. The Tempest is still pushing into the upper side. Stalker's going to be settling in. We get rid of a few more Zerglings. Corruptors are a little bit stuck here, and that's awkward because we actually do need to make sure these Corruptors get away. And the problem is if they get stuck over here, the Tempest can maybe fight them from afar. Well, the Tempests are a little bit busy right now fighting over on the side. The rest of the ground army may need to come over here as well. The Corruptors are now on their way over. They have made their way over toward the Lurkers, so we now might be able to fight this. Maxpax launches an army to the bottom left, by the way, so he's going to try and initiate a fight over there, as now Elazer apparently is going to come back and respect that too, although maybe a little bit late to get to the bottom left. I don't know if he's actually heading towards the bottom left. I think he was just pulling back in general. And take down the hatcheries, just going to knock that away immediately, so this is going to be a lost base, and now you're a 4-base Zerg against a 4-base Protoss. Has not been able to keep the cancels going on the bases when Maxpax got to rebuilding. LA is obviously putting him down to a 3-base Protoss initially, but we're back to 4 bases now. Looking fairly comfortable. The Corruptors definitely like I say, struggling to kind of find the air units, really. Just catching observer there. Hey, there's not a lot of anti-air here. The few Archons would have to do a lot of work if the Corruptors were spread. I actually feel like you could just take this fight. A lot of the ground army is in the bottom left, and maybe that's what we're looking at as a Elazer. Maybe you just find a way to engage into this force right now, taking a few more pot shots. He can just find himself that fight. It's scary because the storms are available and the Archons are available too, right? So you got to be a little cautious. Lings will see the incoming base in the top right-hand corner, so just going to spot that that is on its way for the moment as well. So recognizing that that is coming up, a few Lings will take the chance to nibble at the Nexus, get some damage done. The Archons stepping over, clearing some creep as we go as well. Lurkers in a bit of an odd spot. A couple morphing Lurkers will get cancelled almost certainly. He actually cancels them and does get one of the two Hydras away at least, which is something. Lurkers, ByuN, we can maybe do okay. He actually just fired down onto that army and pops a couple of shots off, a little bit of damage. I'm scared that Maxpax is now about to join everything up and surround. This is what I felt like Elazer needed to do. That he needed to be the player that actually was able to jump on that half of an army beforehand. And that just never happened. And now it's going to be Maxpax that kind of jumps on maybe half of the army. We do get one Tempest there. Oh my god, the Time Warp's nasty with the Storm. Catching those Corruptors in a lot of splash damage. Unable to retreat away easily. Lurkers down over here. Going to try and be the defense. And for now, apparently, it's going to work out. But that's also scary. Maybe this is our chance to dive on this army from two sides. Maxpax is doing such a good job of pressuring into the top side as well. See the Lurkers take a few more shots. Corruptor's gonna fight. Gonna be seeing the Storm going down, and these Corruptors have been beaten up. They've really struggled to get involved. I was just gonna say GG without even taking the large fight. He's just getting bullied hard. He actually had so many. I actually feel like he had a chance to dive on that army on the right side at one point. He just again didn't necessarily have the confidence to go for it. Maxpax going to clean it up in a longer game. GG's. Alright, we are going to go game 3 of this best of 3 and get that one started up in a second. So, Maxpax going to go the distance, and it's going to be 10,000 feet to round us out. I like where Elazer put himself in that game. Like I say, just got a little bit awkward, got a little bit difficult. See what happens as we get into our next one here. Ready to go, go, go. Don't understand why you pulled back when half of Maxpax's army is missing. I honestly think there was a couple moments where the Corruptors could have just split and fought. There was like 2 High Templar and like 3 Archons. Like if you just split the Corruptors up, I actually think you knock down a significant amount of the Air Force. And then you're removing the ability to get rid of Lurkers easily, right? And then your Lurkers become way better. There was just a couple moments, like I say, when that army was on the right, and it just before it had all the Stalkers with it as well. And I think Elazer just like I say, lacking info, maybe even experience in a later stage of the game like that, perhaps you could argue as well. And allows Maxpax to step back into the series, now tied up 1-1. Maxpax, our blue Protoss in the bottom right-hand corner, is taking on the orange Zerg Elazer in the upper left-hand side. Well, definitely has been a fun series, better than the TVT that was apparently 10 minutes long in comparison. Yeah, ByuN apparently did smash through Gumiho based on how quickly they've been able to get ready for that semi-final on the other side of the bracket. We'll head into Nikoract ByuN when this finishes, guys. Just a little reminder what's going on. Gonna have to get some pooling coming up and get settled down for a couple of moments. We're going to see the hatchling pool and coming online. The gas coming down. A couple probies are going to step across. Cybercore and the Assimilator coming about. A couple of Queens are going to come over as well. We just have ourselves the drone on the way through, the Assimilator coming up, having ourselves the probe coming out of the front, and stepping through for the moment. So, taking a couple moments, stepping across right now. And Nexus will be already building up, finishing very soon. The Stargate is going to begin on the side of Maxpax, so we get that on the go. Nexus coming through and online. Couple Queens coming up, the Link Speed building, Overlords on the way. We just take a few moments here to get settled in. Corona boosting up a couple of probies. There's probes and the Adept coming on in. Get that started. Again, that Link Speed coming through. A couple of Lings, the Overlord, the drones, the Extractor, all continue to come on by for a little bit of time here at the moment. Let's get that straight through. The Adept will shade up toward the natural. Again, Link Speed coming about. The Lair is producing. Just have again the Voider and the Adept continue to come through as the Adept steps over to that right hand side and avoiding the warp gates. Continuing by also a couple probes coming on in. Port finishes, warp gate continuing. That Lair is just so fast from a laser. Gotta wonder what the heck his plan is gonna be. It feels like Dropper Lords, but there's no Overlord speed on the way, right? Like, just because the Lair opens that up to you, I'm not sure what else he could maybe go into super quickly right now. Voidray activates, just gonna go and put some damage out. Overlord taking some damage already, so a few shots coming in. We'll just have ourselves this Overlord taking a few more hits, so Overlord is gonna get some damage done. See ya. Just getting cancelled. There is the Dropper Lord speed, by the way, so we are gonna have that opportunity to get very aggressive very quickly, as the Lair is seen. Maxpax building his Twilight Council right now. We'll see what his defense begins to look like as he sets up on this. Queen just going to be there. Voidray gets shoved the other direction for a few moments. So again, we get that settled down. And yeah, the Overlords will take a couple more shots. Voidray is still chasing. Gates coming through. 7 roaches in production here from Elazer. Make it 8 actually. So 8 roaches on the way out. Now 9. And the Dropper Lord in production as well. So now 10 roaches. Oh my goodness. 10 roaches and a Dropper Lord. That's basically the aggression that we expected. I mean, Maxpax is adding on a ton of gateways. He didn't go forward super quick either, so he's going to have access to a lot of Stalkers. It's just they are going to be unupgraded at first. So that's going to be one of the things to think on here. Like, this is a timing, attack based on the idea of, hey, I need to do damage before your tech truly kicks in. And that's obviously what we're aiming at. We'll see how well it goes as this Overseer is getting caught. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was going to say the Queens are going to have to pop out and play defense against the Voidray, because the last thing you want is this Dropper Lord to get killed off. Now, we're actually going to commit to, I was going to say killing that Overlord, but the Overseer finished morphing, so that Voidray didn't do anything in the end, so it's just kind of out of position. Stasis wards coming down. The Overseer important because it means you can see the stasis wards and you can kind of deal with them, maybe with the Ravager Biles. Blink is halfway done, so that's kind of giving you the kind of rundown of how long you've got. Spread that creep so you can get the Queens to transfuse a little bit when possible. It's going to be important as well as you start working in the front. Cybercore would be a big pick-off because it's going to stop Stalker warp-ins. If you can get rid of Stalkers, then that's going to be a big deal. If there's not enough Stalkers, then Blink is not going to be as big of a factor. So maybe there's an opportunity. He has these Ravagers on the left-hand side, trading well, Corrosive Biles in towards the battery. Oh, we step into the stasis. The Overseer is out to the right-hand side. And so, or did it just go down, actually? Yeah, Overseer's died, so the vision was not there to get rid of the stasis wards. But hey, we get rid of a gateway too. Like I say, new Cybercore has to build. We're now Warfanian Zealots that are just not ideal. Like I say, we're going to have Blink finishing, but it's going to be a while until we add to the Stalker count here. Corrosive Biles getting rid of the cannons to the stack. Defense falling. The Oracle's going to fly in. They have got the chance to overwhelm the Queens, mind you. Do Oracles just kill everything here? I think they do, don't they? It's very sad, because I actually felt like the rest of this looks great, but we just don't have enough anti-air. And so the Oracles are going to zap, and Maxpax is going to win. And that is going to be GG's as Maxpax gets to the semifinals, which means we've got ourselves a mirror matchup kind of day. It's going to be TVT into PvP into TVP in the finals at least. So we will hop on over to the American server as it is going to be the Nikoract versus ByuN semi-final to start us off, guys. Nikoract knocking out Clem is going to give us this TVT semi. So Nikoract poking his way there nicely. It's honestly a cool series from Elazer. I actually felt there was opportunity in this series. You know, I felt like there was a reasonable chance to maybe get something done. So, yeah, we're going to hop through. And we're going to get ready for this one in just a couple of moments. Throw some invites out. Make sure we got everyone in here who has been casting. And we can kick into this. Okay, Inu, Pommy, Saber, Rex. I think then we are good, actually. I think we got everyone at that point. Yeah, I think we're going to be pretty good in a moment, honestly. Players ready. I think we got all the casters. Alright, let's get into this TVT, guys. So thank you for a little bit of patience as we get ready to go. Did he not bring his queens for the push? He brought 3 of them in the dropper order, right? But only 3 and never any extra. And for how late the push was, maybe he could have done with more queens, actually. Yeah. Because he didn't just wait, like, he waited for Ravages to morph, his Roaches walk across the map, he got Overlord speed early on as well. Like, he was just all over the place in terms of timing of that, so I think that was the true issue. Well, guys, we enter a TVT, which you might not have been expecting for this semi-final, is in the top right, ByuN, our Blue Terran player, maybe is the player you expect to see here. But in the bottom left, we have an upset appearance from Nikoract, who takes out Clem in the round of 8. And enables us to be in a little bit of, like I say, maybe an unexpected TVT. I thought it was going to be TVP, because obviously Clem was going to play Protoss, but... nuh-uh. In the bottom left then, our red Terran is going to be Nikoract. As we get our Rex and Gas on the way through. Can Nikoract pull off a further upset and take out ByuN here in this semi-final best of 3? That would be actually a little crazy, but maybe possible. As we get set to go. Rex's gases coming on through, get settled down. Double gas going to be the choice here from Nikoract, where ByuN can play single gas, so a little bit more aggressive on the side of Nico in the early stages. And like I say, we'll see if ByuN has something similar to follow with here, or if he has another plan, or just in general, we'll see what he wants to do in the near future. You can see the Reaper and the Orbital coming on in then. We get that on the go. Again, Reaper starting up. The Orbital command is on the way. And the factory coming through from Nikoract as well. Just going to be seeing the SCV coming over and taking a chance to get over there. I was just going to be seeing the Orbital coming by. The factory will build. Just got that factory on the way up, so double gas coming through. Just going to get all of that started. Marine on the way from ByuN. Gonna see the Reaper coming about. Gonna be having the little bit of movement coming through as well. It's just gonna settle down there for a couple of moments. Just gonna have ourselves, yeah, the factory coming through, CC on the way. That bunker is gonna be done in a couple of moments. The Reaper hops to the high ground. Continuing to get settled here for the moment. Starport building in from both players. The Reaper at the front going to get turned around by the bunker. We have the Cyclones then coming about. A couple of Marines coming through. CC is going to be finishing. Again, Tech Lab's coming around. It's going to have our SCVs producing for the moment. And yeah, Tech Lab's coming up. Just see where we're going. Obviously, this faster kind of aggression from Nikoract means a later CC. He's not going to be too far behind the SCVs. A couple maybe by the end of it all. He does already have like a little bit of extra units on the map, but with that bunker up, it just feels so difficult to do anything. But you basically need a medevac to navigate past that, and he didn't go into that at all, so that kind of limits what we can do. Siege Tank the Raven continue to come about. Interference Matrix coming through on both sides. Again, the Raven's coming over. Cyclone on the way. And we just have ourselves a couple of Marines coming through as well. Interference Matrix building. Cyclone producing. And get a lot of this on the way as well as we just take ourselves a couple of moments. The Cyclones will join up on the natural. We'll see this early game phase is kind of getting passed through pretty quickly. You'll see a little bit of aggression here. Some Reapers going down. Realistically, as both players head toward Ravens, we're kind of already looking into the future, right? With the Ravens set up, there may be some harassment, there'll be some breakout potential. But the third CC comes in from ByuN, and I really think that's going to be a similarity kind of mirrored from Nikoract here sooner rather than later, so just looks pretty peaceful. I mean, the longer that Nikoract doesn't drop a third, maybe he does try and push across the map. Maybe he does try and make a little bit of a shove happen, but I'm not sure we can really do too much, to be honest. And those engineering base coming up, barracks on the way. Marine, tank, Raven just going to be there as the Cyclone step back as well. SCVs in the main already took 4 SCVs of losses, so actually having some issues there as the one Raven showed up early. Auto turrets already putting work in by ByuN, and Nikoract unable to really do much about that just yet. 1-1 upgrades, and that stim continue to build into play. Command center coming up, the couple of barracks and the gas coming online as well. Just gonna shove straight on forward and again take the chance to move up for a couple of seconds. Again, 1-1 upgrades and that stim coming in also. Marines in the tank building as well. It's going to be seeing the defense matrix going down. A couple of Ravens going to be there. Bunker is going to get picked away at. One stim pack continue to get built just for now, so just going to bring that over for a little bit. See the Cyclone actually getting picked off. The other Cyclone from ByuN still doing ByuN things, which is just trying to get the absolute max value out of any unit that exists. So just going to get a Marine and trying for a little extra as well. Just going to see the Siege Tank and so. Also continuing by for the moment. 1-1 upgrades finishing shortly. Marine tank medevac coming up. Armory going to be finishing as soon as the couple of Vikings step forward. Ravens get chased away. They're going to get pushed back right off the start of that. Stim pack building. Tank and the Vikings coming up. Matrixes go down. It's just going to cover those siege tanks. SCVs pull into this. Marines are going to begin dropping. We got interference matrixes dropping across the tanks right now. The Marines just stimming up onto them. Breakout from ByuN is looking pretty good. 1-1 upgrade is definitely going to help. And the breakout is real, and Nikoract knows it. He is going to type GG's, and ByuN is going to take the 1-0 lead in this BO3. So ByuN off to a 1-0 start. We got our second game going in a couple of moments. Get this ready to roll out. Game 2. As soon as we have our players host it. I don't know what the maps are, so I can't do much change things. It's going to be Tokamak for our second game. Perfect. Here in Maxpax, we'll play some PvP after this as well, guys. So that is on its way shortly. But for now, stay around on this one. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you guys. I forgot to ask this earlier. We have a oh yeah, we actually had a Stream Elements sponsorship pop up. We have a choice of either doing Marvel Strike Force or Star Trek Fleet Command. We actually did Star Trek Fleet Command a couple of times already. It's usually one of our more popular things, but I don't think we've ever done the Marvel Strike Force, I want to think. Or I want to say. Yeah, I don't know if we've ever done the Marvel Strike Force. Maybe we do that one because we've not done that one before on stream. I don't know. Star Trek. The problem is if you guys already know them and you already think the Star Trek one's good, then it means you've already done it, which is one less person that can actually get involved, right? So, maybe we go for, like I say, the one we haven't done. I think it's probably worth picking up and doing, though. As we get ourselves into game number 2. Bottom left-hand side, the blue Terran player here is ByuN. And the top right, our red Terran here is Nikoract as we get ready to rumble in game 2 of this BO3. I mean, ByuN's obviously a favorite coming into this. Nikoract had his upset. Unfortunately, we didn't catch it on stream. Would have been cool to see how that went down. As the rack's coming through and gets set up. Orbital and Reaper on the way on both sides. Just gonna get that going. Have ourselves the CC building a bell. Reaper in the factory coming through. We take a couple of moments here currently. See the Reaper's gonna get there. Actually gonna be able to shoot a little bit. It's gonna go back and forth. It's gonna be seeing the Reapers gathering up. And again, the bunker coming around, reactor coming online. Just get that all settled. Marine the Reaper just going to gather as the starport comes into place for the moment. The reactor is building. The bunker is finishing. And we'll have Nikoract again, not really probably able to do too much here early on. Starport's just on its way. A faster CC plus bunker combo from ByuN was very good last game, and it honestly looks as though it's going to be pretty darn good this game as well. As the starport will finish soon. Command center coming up. SCV building by. And the Cyclone building in as well. It helps the high ground. Couple of Marines coming about. Cyclone still in production. Tech Lab refinery coming through. Depot in the SCVs building also here. Let's just have our units gathering up on the natural for a couple more moments. Continue to get things into place. Just going to be seeing the, again, Cyclone, a couple more Marines continuing out for now. Let's just have Nikoract still building those early game units. I really feel as though with the setup that ByuN has, maybe just one Cyclone into tank would be nice. Again, the second, I guess, does give you some ability, though. There is no Raven play just yet from Nikoract. There we go, gets it started, so looks though he's just a couple moments behind on it and should be going into the Matrix next, because who the heck doesn't want Matrix when you're going to have Ravens? And is going to win a little micro war there, gets rid of the Hellion, loses a Reaper. Well, you know, again, these early game units trading out is usually very whatever. Does not always make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. As the Raven and the Matrix coming up. Cyclone coming through, the couple of SCVs coming about, the depot's on the way and producing. As Nikoract continues to head down to the bottom left-hand side and looking for better pressure with the double Cyclone. That's a Hellion but loses 2 Reapers, so it's just always ByuN getting some better lock-ons, getting plenty work done, putting himself into some better positions in general. As you see, the tank and the few Marines are going to take a chance to move forward and down onto the bottom left-hand side, so they're going to take the chance to move across. Starport going to swap off the Tech Lab, Barracks going to move to the Tech Lab. And we do have our Raven and Interference Matrix coming about. Stimpack is on the way in. A couple of additional barracks building as well. Cyclones will lock on. Uh-oh, that's trouble. That's double Cyclone killed. ByuN just a little bit better micros. I think this one's West as well. They played Game 1 Central, so Game 2 here on West is preferring ByuN at the moment and definitely seeming to go that way when we see how some of these trades and so have been turning out. And we have a couple more barracks building through. The Stimpack and the Raven coming up. The engineering bay is building on both sides, but it's faster from ByuN as well, so it continues to look very good there. Let's just have, again, a couple more barracks, a couple more engineering bays coming about. Raven pulling over the side, a couple Cyclones coming across. Starport is going to switch over toward a reactor. And that CC is building up on the third base. Just going to get that straight over for now. A couple Cyclones will gather, the Marines and the Ravens will join up. Looking at the numbers, it's even enough. It's just ByuN has a bit more army supply, which reflects that he has had a better start to this game so far. Have our upgrades then all coming about. Medivacs and the Marines come over. Sense Tower is producing. It's about to be done. Tanks will drop back down to the bottom. Marines and Medivacs going to take a chance to move across the map. 1-1 upgrades and the combat shield still building by. As we have these Medivacs boosting back up the left-hand side again from ByuN. Marines just going to get over. A single Marine going down already. A little bit of feistiness taking place right now as the 1-1 upgrades and the combat shield coming through. The armory and the Marine still coming up and online. That's going to be seeing that Marine, tank, Raven army joining up together. And a couple extra Medivacs continuing through. The scan still heading down to the bottom. Continue to see what else is going on. The armory is about halfway done. The Marines wanting to try and get to those Cyclones, unable to for the moment. Now we're going to unload into the back of this mineral line. So ByuN on the counterattack as Nikoract is trying to push. And that's problematic because Nikoract's going to start taking a bunch of damage, and it does look like ByuN defensively is going to be pretty okay initially. He narrowly loses the orbital here. He's a moment or two away from combat shield. That would be really nice to have, because the SCV's tanking a lot. Maybe could have just stood in that fight, honestly. But honestly, unloading to the left side gives him the chance to cancel this base as well, so there is still value being found as ByuN has already done good work. And now just needs to keep on top of where Nikoract is moving to make sure that he cannot really escape his way out of this situation and try and claw his way back into this play. Or this game, I should say. It's looking good from ByuN. Has to cancel his fourth base. Obviously, Nikoract has map controls. It's one thing he definitely wants to try and find. Is now we get an unload into the main. Look how many units of Nikoract are just back at home. Like, this drop of ByuN is getting denied purely on the fact that he's just not reinforced his army on the map. But that's confidence from ByuN, because that means he doesn't have to worry as much about what's on the other side anymore. At this stage, ByuN has plenty to deal with that, and Nikoract is not going to find a way to break through or break in. Cancelling the fourth base was nice. Going to bring them a little bit closer together in terms of timing there. So that's going to be pretty reasonable as well, as the 2-2 upgrades continue. Again, Medivacs and the Marines continue up as well. Just going to see those tanks still joining together as turret goes down, Sense Tower going down. And 2-2 upgrades coming about. The Marines are going to continue over. Marines are going to pull around the left-hand side as well. Marines diving in for a couple of the SCVs. The depot's in trouble. Sense Tower in trouble as well. Going to drop the Matrixes into position. Ravens are going to come about. Matrixes all over those siege tanks. Marines is going to run straight on through. It's going to be a bunch of tanks going down. I mean, this is going to be a cleanup from ByuN. So he's going to defend this nicely. Can he kill all the Ravens? Honestly, probably could have done if he took a better movement with the Marines. He's fully distracted trying to deal with them dropping the main base at the same time, trying to limit damage. But yeah, overall, pretty solid stuff from ByuN. He's going to clean out this last tank, and he comes out, what, 30, 40 supply ahead in this game. So really just ending up in a very positive position. Really got to be happy with where he's at after that. Medevacs. I'm just going to boost back up the top side. A few Marines are going to come chasing over. Again, 2-2 and the +1 vehicle weapons coming online for the moment. Marine, tank, Medevac coming up as the CC settles down on the bottom. And steps over to the right-hand side. Just going to have the 2-2 upgrades. Finishing soon. 3-3 will be building on the side of Nikoract as well. There's the Marines, the tank, the Medevac continuing through. And this army of ByuN looking to try and get forward here. Well, those Marines going down pretty quickly, and just going to chase those out. A little anti-arm missile going to land, and a bunch of Marines going to get caught. Anti-armor missile going to return fire, and ByuN now heavily caught with that anti-armor. Just going to step straight on through here. Honestly, with the anti-armor, it's a very risky move, and yeah, he's not going to benefit from attacking into this at all. So that was not pretty, especially as the tank got sieged up. ByuN ends up giving away a lot of his supply that he, like I say, maybe would have preferred to have held on to. Extra units just joining up to the front here. Just going to have our army of ByuN ready to shove to that upper right-hand side. Marines trying to stem in. Gonna go for 2 angles. Close the distance on the tanks, but only to lose every Marine. Doesn't kill a tank in the process. GG's, ByuN. It's going to take this to a 2-0 and get that up to a win. Alrighty, guys, up next, Maxpax versus herO. We're going to jump into that in a sec. Give me 2 minutes to BRB, and we'll get into that PvP. Alrighty guys, welcome back. PvP semi-final time. Maxpax versus herO. So, ByuN in the finals will play the winner of this PvP. We start on Persephone for a matchup that's usually very fun and very back and forth between these guys. Start without me. I said they could go knowing I needed another minute or so. I wanted to let them try and get started already. Instead of being held back by I need to get something sorted, you know? Crazy, I know. Crazy. What's it come to? Letting players start without me. I've gone soft. Back in the good old days, I would have made them wait half an hour if I had to. Okay, maybe not. I'll pile around that side there from herO. Gonna be a little sneaky early. Actually gonna build something in this as well. Hiding the Twilight Council is a fun choice. You don't see it all the time, so see if it leads to anything. Doesn't keep the probe there, so you don't think DTs. It's like a fast blink. So we'll just take a few moments to pull back. There's the Twilight Council. We are just going to Corona Boost that blink. That will be our game plan for the moment. Just step through. Again, blink on the way up. Warp gate coming in. And the gate and the Nexus coming online as well. Oracle drops a little revelation down, seeing what's up. And the Storm's going to try and get underneath, just push that Oracle away for a few moments. Well, basically at the point of seeing what Maxpax's defense is going to look like. There's Void Ray already out. Blink gives you so much kind of danger potential here as herO though. Especially because he went straight to Blink and didn't kind of go like 3 gate then Blink follow up. See how well he can do. Obviously right now should probably try and stop by blinking back and just keeping Stalkers alive while draining battery energy. And then eventually you kind of want to come in. I mean, this is great. Actually getting a Stalker kill is nice. Eventually your Stalkers want to try and be able to one-shot those Void Rays, so It's important to keep your Stalker numbers up. Anything you can do in that time to help is typically a good thing. As the batteries do their thing and heal for the moment. Nice 2-shot in the Void Ray is really good. It really takes away the firepower of Maxpax, and it's quick enough that you don't take too much damage in the process. Gets that second Void as well. Enough Stalker firepower here so far from herO, and still up and good with now a lot of the tech removed. Maxpax is about to be on that Robo facility, so you can start to get to Immortal, but I wonder if there's just going to be too many Stalkers by the time that is out. Every time. The freaking game-saving stasis, man. That stasis was down for like 1 second before he blinked into it. And it was so necessary. It buys you so much time here as Maxpax, and Blink on cooldown when your Stalker's finished, so you should at least be able to get 1 kill. He didn't, which I'm surprised at. So a lot of Stalkers from herO. Can he get through that Immortal? Pops the barrier. It's always going to be step 1. Might just be happy to take the Nexus right now. Spoilers, he was not. He wanted it all. Guess the Immortal is playing dangerously close to that second stasis. He knows where it is, I believe. Pops it now. That makes life a lot easier. As we're going to just push our way up here as herO. Immortal is getting involved in the fight, but every Stalker is going down. Pops the barrier. We should have enough Stalkers just to jump on the Immortal. GG gets called. herO takes game 1 of their best of 3. Beautiful. Alright guys, I'm just going to throw some break screen for 2 seconds while we jump into our next game. I'll be right back with you. And get into game 2 of herO Maxpax. Alrighty, I'm diving our way into game number 2 of this best of 3. herO is up a game in the bottom right hand corner, taking on Maxpax in the upper left. As our PvP resumed. Back on track. Let's see how we're getting a couple of assimilators coming in then on both sides. Maxpax getting punished for the fast expand. Good choice, hides the Twilight Council as well, so Maxpax isn't aware of it for a little bit of time initially. So not quite aware right away. Let's just see the probe coming through, going after the other probe for a couple of moments, just nibbling away and trying to get some minerals. Cybercore on both sides of the gateway coming up. The probe and the Zealot coming through as well. One sec, guys, my headset is coming loose on my audio. One sec. Should be better. That's just a little bit tight. Alrighty, so Couple Stalkers coming through. Stargate on the way on the side of Maxpax, just going to bring that up as the warp gate comes in on both sides of the map, so we get that going. Pylon on the way through. Stalker going to finish up on that gateway as well, and the Zealot will take a chance to jump onto this pylon. Start to swing our way through the pylon for a couple of moments as we nibble ourselves at some of the pylons over here as well. Stalker take that chance. The probe up to the top side, settling down, going to come back in. Drops the Cyber Core, so here we're trying to block this expansion as long as possible and play very disruptively into Maxpax's plans. Maxpax here is already finishing up that Stargate. Meanwhile, herO just cranking out a couple of extra Stalkers still. He's going to come across and put some pressure on with his 2 Stalkers in a moment. Start to pick away the Zealot. There are 2 Stalkers in return, so we'll have to trade evenly with these. He wants a chance of sticking around here. You get rid of the pylon, but that doesn't mean you can get rid of the Cyber Core just yet. It will still build even without a pylon attached to it anymore. As that battery finishes, I think we're going to be out of options to do much here, and herO may just be throwing down his own expansion soon. And with the delays that he's created, it's going to come down at about the same time as Maxpax. Maxpax, who's adding on his second gateway, obviously already has that Stargate, hence Oracles in play. And herO will start to take a little bit of a tech advantage by building sentries, so he's going to be up against an Oracle in hallucinations and harassment. But he is going to have his own sentries for his own kind of, advantages to take here as well. There's going to be another major plus. The Stalker's trying to get after those other couple Stalkers, not quite able to. Now jumping onto the Zealot, and the Oracle still down the bottom. Moving around as well, those Stalkers back onto the pylon here. Oracle activating, pylon going to get taken out. Just going to see our Stalkers stepping through, going to be able to get 1 kill, going to get another. You're getting quite a few Stalkers here, army supply definitely in his favor. Oracle has not done too much yet, turning back around on that right-hand side currently. And the Twilight Council just coming through on the side of Maxpax to bring that Twilight Council through on both sides here. Again, Stalkers coming up, Nexus on the way through. The Oracles will gather. 3 Stalkers in the Sentry. Should be plenty to push the Oracles back. I'm going to say, it really was as well. We didn't get much done there, and one of the Oracles nearly died, so herO's defense so far is very good. And drop a little Revelation down already. Gonna go moving across to the top. Again, the blink is on the way. I'm gonna step that over. Just gonna be seeing the Stalkers able to go in after the pylon there as well. It's just gonna try and get a little bit more done for the moment, but working on that one. Take a few moments. So a couple of Adepts and Stalkers together will continue to push through. Gonna continue to chase on forward right now. I see the couple of Adepts continue to shade up into the high ground, so again getting away from there for a few moments, trying to escape and continue through. Eight probes going down, so man, Maxpax's persistence has really paid off in the end, getting rid of 8 workers, finally able to get some damage after the first attempt at it was not really super crazy. Again, the gates and the pylons continue to come about for now. Just going to continue to get that going. Just going to be seeing the Stalkers getting a couple more shots off, a little bit more damage being done. Those Stalkers taking some hits. Guardian Shield up, and we see those Stalkers still taking damage. The Blink taking damage as we go as well. More shots coming back both sides. Stalkers still taking a few more shots. See a little bit more being done right now. We've seen a couple of Stalkers still warping in. The Nexus coming through on both sides. The probes are still building up. Continue to get that going as well just for the moment. So again, get that all going. And after all is said and done, the work count is much better for Maxpax. herO has a teeny tiny army supply advantage. In general, just looks better for Maxpax here, who will even start a Forge and start pushing towards a future in this game. So Forge on the way. Nexus is going to be finishing. A couple of probes still on the way by as well. Again, Stalker Sentry, the charge all continue to come about right here. The couple of gateways coming up. We have ourselves herO just going for numbers and just kind of the continued tech into those charge slots, whereas Maxpax will, like I say, stop off on the upgrade with that Forge finishing. So a little bit of a different route for both at this stage of the Stalkers. Walk through the stasis because that belongs to them. And Maxpax actually going to step into the natural here. Hero's not far. Does he have enough numbers? The army supplies are still pretty even. Just kind of give or take a little bit here and there, so nice blink forward. Actually going to get rid of a Stalker and actually very nearly caught a second as well. Just looked away at the wrong moment, really, because that Oracle is flying through. And there's a stasis ward right there. Oh, great blink from herO. Blinks in, sets off that forward stasis. It does mean a lot of his low HP Stalkers in the front are going to be caught. He's going to walk into the next stasis ward. And that is going to give you a lot of time as Maxpax where there is maybe a chance to do something. Like I say, he walked into that stasis. He didn't blink in, so he will have blink available the moment the stasis is free or close to it, I would imagine. Maxpax just trying to take a fight right here, but herO honestly has enough. Never mind the fact, if he didn't have those units stuck in the stasis, he'd be fine. That battery is just so badly placed, by the way. The Oracles are just feasting right now. Oh no, Oracle in the natural is going huge. This Oracle on the third base should have had so much more difficulty in getting anything done because the battery was there, it just was not in the mineral line. I mean, I presume he wants it kind of more between the bases just in case, because that's going to help the main army fight. But the reality is, you're playing against Oracles, battery toward the mineral line would have helped you too. Suddenly herO loses a ton of workers, and the army supply advantage he has seems very far-fetched to be able to do anything here. He blinks straight in. He's desperate to go ASAP, and the stasis is already going to catch a few units. I think that is pretty much just going to be that, to be honest. As it feels as though the defense is coming from Maxpax in Game 3. It's more than just on the horizon. It is pretty much coming around the corner as we speak. Because, yeah, herO is not going to have much opportunity to really break through here. He's definitely playing like he needs to end the game right now. So it goes down. Just going to see the Stalkers turning back around again. From those elves warping in. The charge still coming up. The Dark Shrine is going to finish very shortly. We continue to blink back and trade out for now. A couple of the Zelds will step up to the front as well. Zelds will get that. They will get taken up too. Yeah, I mean, it's just continued going Maxpax's favor as herO, again, he's not built any probes to return from this from or anything like that. GG's out. I think we're about to see, yeah, DTs were about to end the game on top of everything else as well, so not ideal. And it is going to be a Game 3 coming up, so it'll be a 2-1 victory for someone, but who remains to be the question as we got Game 3 hosted in just a second. White Rabbit going to be our map. Game 3 of this semi-final. After this, we're going to have our finals setting up and ready to go. Back. Excuse me, Maxpax asks if we're ready. herO confirms he is ready. And we begin. So we begin. Alright, Red Rapid coming up then, guys. This off. Get this going. Top right hand corner, our red Protoss player here is going to be Maxpax. As we are 1-1. Winner plays ByuN in the finals today. Both these guys are highly competitive in terms of how many Monday Cups they've won. Maxpax on one side, here on the other. For Game 3. It's no simulators, we'll get going. Just gonna be letting some pressure down. Those simulators coming up then for the moment. So kind of boosting up a couple of probes, getting them gets out. Continue to settle in for now. for both players as everyone's kind of high grounding, but obviously no second gateway from Maxpax, so probably looking as though he wants to expand off the one gate once again, which is very similar to before. Gate star, gate expansion most likely is the route for him. Cybercores will be finishing, the Zealot and the Probe still coming about. I'm just going to be seeing Probe coming back over the other side, nibbling up, and just going to get pushed away. For the moment, Gateway and the Adepts continue through. Walk gate building. Probe will nibble at the probe. Continue to get some damage done for a little bit of time. Well, the Adept's going to shoot, so that will take some damage. I'm just going to be seeing the store going to shoot there a little bit as well. So just have the Oracle coming in for a few moments. Center in the warp gate continues to come about. It's going to be seeing the Oracle activate, Adept going to get picked away at, and we do just have our Stalkers continue to ping about. Probe in the main base going to get cleaned out, so sneaky pylon of herO will not be so sneaky anymore. Will put some pressure on at the front. Makes it difficult to get rid of that pylon for the moment. Oracle adding some damage in here. So a lot of units from herO, but you already lost a little bit. Now the second battery finishing is going to be huge. Voidray also going to be huge. He steps back and away for now, so is this moment already gone? Obviously still has warp in points, still getting more Stalkers coming up. Oracle going to be in the back. 3 workers going down. So that Adept is causing some troubles. The pylon threat is still kind of nice as well, as he does not have enough to kill the Voidray. He will work his way through some Stalkers though, and actually moving in toward the main. Is that a wise choice? Not sure. You could depower all of the batteries here though, and that alone is not bad, because then they're going to stop regenerating energy, and that means you're not going to own the natural anymore here as Maxpax. And his Oracle across the map, but maybe a little bit late for that. This is power to the gateway. Force field is good. Obviously Sentry very good in this scenario, because then you should not really ever be able to break into the main. That one Stalker is like, I want to kill a Voidray, and that's very unrealistic. As, okay, now we do not have the warp in anymore because the gateway is depowered, so we can move into this base. Maxpax supply block, so you can't start another Voidray either. And herO actually still has the warp in point in this main base if he wants to go for slow warp in. I like that target on the Sentry. Get rid of the force field possibility. Voidray starts to be next. The probe's obviously got to be respected. 3 more Stalkers showing up, and it looks as though herO has done what he needs to win this series with aggression. GG's is Maxpax. And that is going to be herO 2-1 over Maxpax. herO makes it a Korean finals today as he takes on ByuN in a best of 5 coming up in a few moments' time. So it's going to be ByuN versus herO. ByuN, our first ever win over WARDITV Monday. He's actually only won 2 of these things. His last win, actually quite a while ago as well. In fact, ByuN's history in this tournament is kind of wild. He was in the finals a couple of weeks ago against Clem. But then the last time he won was back in April. He did beat Maxpax in that final. He has never played herO in a final, although I'm sure he's played herO many a time in the semis and so on, or earlier. As we'll get ready to jump into next one. Alright, let's get set up and ready to go into that. My room looks nice. Hell yeah, thank you so much. It's pretty cool. Nice. Worked a long time on it, collecting things. Alrighty guys, so Korea vs Korea, Korean server finals. Just hopping on over there. Typically it does not want me to log into Korea straight away, so we'll just take a moment to get that sorted out. Bum, bum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. Don't ask me, guys. Just making sounds. Alright. Yeah, just waiting for everyone to host up and veto and all the good stuff, and we can go. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching on the YouTube, take a second, scroll down, hit the like and subscribe buttons. It's always appreciated when you do that. Take a second. It really helps us out a whole bunch, so thank you in advance if you have done so or have been thinking of doing so. Appreciate you guys. And for games to resume. Like I say, herO and ByuN will be vetoing. We'll be into this final very shortly. A heroic force versus a unstoppable object. That's one way to describe the what's going on. What's about to happen? Title Citadel going to be our opening map, so we're going to get that started. Get that underway, and get ready to kick this off. Alright, everyone's in. We're counting down. We're going to get ready to roll. Alright, let's jump in, as we have in the bottom right hand side. To start off our WARDITV Mondays 58 final, it is going to be the red Terran player from the Shopify Rebellion. It is ByuN. And he's taking on the blue Protoss in the top left hand corner from my Ontario Citadel from T1. It is herO. It's been a day of upsets. Maxpax dropped the map to Elazer. Elazer looked good in that series. That was actually very fun to see. And we had Clem losing to Nikoract. Can ByuN knock down herO would be the upset just in terms of history of this tournament series. Again, you talk about how many times this tournament's been won. Clem 21 times, but then you have actually Maxpax 14 wins, herO 14 wins. So winning this today would be actually the first time ever that herO would move into second place on the amount of wins column, I believe. Oh no, I think he was second place for a bit, and Maxpax won 4 in a row recently. But it would retake the second place for him in terms of Monday success rate, so cool little fact for you guys there, just in case you are one of the people like me who likes the stats and info and stuff, even if it's not mega important all the time. As we get ready to go. So, gate coming up, racks in the refinery coming through, we get set to roll out. Moving along for a couple of moments here, as the gateway and the barracks will begin. So just going to get things started for now, seeing what we can do. Let's see our Nexus coming in, the Cybercore coming up, Zeld on the way, Reaper in the orbital, all coming through. Bring a lot of that down for the moment. And next is halfway. Adept in the warp gate. Continuing through. Factoring the reactor coming by as well. Taking a couple of moments here as we see our Nexus continue to come about. I'm just going to see the Twilight Council halfway done. The next coming through. Warp gate on the way. I'm just going to be seeing our Zealot going to take a chance to chase after an SCV for a few moments as well. It's just going to go there for a couple of moments. Push across. A little bit of time. Reaper's just going to trade. Probe is going to go down. The Probe is going to get there, and that Reaper will fall as the Adept continues to fight. Going to be seeing the Marines continue to get across. The SCVs are coming over as well. That Adept continue to be chased. Going to be seeing the Cyclone locking on. The Adept going to get chased. There's going to be a little bit of cleanup early. So a Zealot, 2 Adepts go down. A Reaper and 2 Marines go down. Going to see the game will settle in with some early trades into now a blink upgrade currently on the side of herO. So just having herO come up with that blink, the robo facility coming through, the starport and the command center coming up as well on the side of ByuN. So he's going to be building himself into that natural, and we'll see where we go from there very soon. I wonder what the last recent history between ByuN and herO has been. Actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna look it up. As yo, Chess SC2, thank you so much for the 70-month resub. Appreciate it. How you doing? Thank you so much for supporting. Appreciate it big time. Thank you for dropping some love on the channel. Thank you so much. The last time they met was 19th of October. ByuN took 2 maps in the best of 5 but lost, and it was 0-1, 1-2, 1-3. It was WARDITV Mondays 52 the last time that ByuN beat herO, and that was a 2-0 in the round of 16. 2-1 the same day in the Monday Night Weekly, so yeah, it's not a matchup that goes well for ByuN a lot, but obviously we do expect ByuN to be able to win it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it turns out here as the Banshee tank cloaking all coming through, the Nexus in the gateway coming about, that charge is on the way as well, so lots of little things coming through for now. It's going to be seeing the charge. It's going to be on its way, so it's continue to get through with that. Banshee tank and cloaking coming over, a couple of barracks coming through, and let's just have the probies continue to come about. See what the Banshees can get done. This one up to the very far top side of the map here already. I'm just coming along. Charges going to be finishing up shortly as well. See how Banshee coming around the back. I'm going to go after a few probes already as well. Just going to get some damage done. That is going to be 6 workers going down. The Stalkers get to the low ground. Going to hit that Banshee now to the main base. Hit that Banshee and it's dead. We'll have Stimmin +1 on the way through. Marine Marauder coming up. Charge is going to be done very shortly. You can see the Banshee going to go in after a few probes. Get rid of a few more kills right now. 2 workers going down. Obs in the charge continue to come about. Just going to be seeing the extra Zealots warping in. Zealots get to the watchtower for a few moments, and we just have a bit of damage still being done here and there. Observer provide the tracking on that Banshee. So not really a lot done from the Banshees at first. Now, where does ByuN go from here? You might notice a lack of a 3rd command center just for now. I'm wondering if when those upgrades finish, this is going to be fairly committed. It does feel like it right now. He could maybe take a 3rd behind the move out. Yeah, we'll see just how much ByuN commits to this push in the near future as the Bio will unsiege a couple of tanks, and it's not a bad time to go. Medevac's popping shortly, and you know, upgrades are going to be finishing as you move across the map, so you know, ideally you want to be in position to take advantage of those upgrades ASAP. He is going to drop a third base though, so there's our answer to the question as the Prism shows up and we already have units in position. See Zealots coming in, a few SCVs have to pull forward, and that is going to be a chase back. Stim was a few moments from being done. As you see the Observer there. Man, ByuN is so good at spawning Observers lately, and that's going to be another example of exactly that. ByuN might be the best Observer killer in the game. Like, he actually hits so many scans on Observers that are just hiding away. Crazy. Hey, what's up, C-Code? Thank you so much for the 44-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you for your resubscription. Thank you for supporting. There's the extended thermal lance, +1 attack upgrade coming through. The Colossus coming about. Cannon, Nexus, Zealots, all coming online. You're going to see these units taking the opportunity to knock down a set of rocks there. So just going to knock that down as well. Bioforce coming towards the upper left. Stalker Zealots coming about. Stalker's going to come through. Bio going to stim back. I mean, that's a fake Colossus. It's really those two Immortals that have the firepower here, but we get through the tanks. And herO comfortably pushing this back immediately. That is going to shut ByuN down to start off. He's got that +1 upgrade done, but that did not help him there. I mean, like I say, good thing we've got that third CC, because if this was reliant on the push, it was going to get absolutely stomped. Now at least you can take the third CC in position and try and play on, although this definitely still does not feel great for you. As well, it's moving down to the bottom, and Nexus still getting set up. A couple probes transferring over, and the CC going to come down there as well in the next couple of moments. Move that CC across, the medevac coming through as well. You see those few Zealots getting caught initially right now, and we just got to get just a little bit more done. CC is going to end up landing. Prism steps back over for a moment. Again, Viking Marine Ghost coming through. The armor upgrade still coming by. Seeing to get that settled in for the moment here. Again, +2 attack, +1 armor. The ByuN's all gathering up. We'll see the Viking Armory and Engineering Bay continuing on in. Again, +2, +1, going to be good upgrades to work with here on the side of the Protoss player. The Immortal on the way through, Dark Shrine and the Gateways being added as well. Just have that Observer building from the Robo Facility. Bottom left base from herO. He just feels like he won that kind of earlier fight, and as such enters the typically very strong Protoss mid-game in a very strong position. So now it just starts to expand. You know, you want to just kind of keep the bases up, take all that economy, and just put yourself into advantage as best as you can right now. So by moving over, Medevacs and Vikings will move across. Just going to see the 2-2 upgrades and that ship weapons coming by as well. Still getting that set up. The Prism speed is going to be the next step here from herO. Again, +1 armor, +2 attack upgrade building by. Continue to get that on the go. As we just have the, again, Marauders and a couple of Ghosties coming through as well. So it's going to bring a lot of this over. Marines. They keep building. The CC and the depots coming up as well. So far, so good. Fire will stim. We'll come back over. The Vikings up in the sky. Just gonna step back over in that direction. See the army holding the center. ByuN is at this stage going to want to play slow, right? You know, later game TVP has started to prefer the Terrans a bit. It's a bit more kind of up to the Protoss players to really take control in the mid-game and really kind of extend themselves in the mid-game to successful positions. So, kind of here right now, we've got kind of herO in this position where he needs to be the guy to maybe make something happen. Otherwise, ByuN's just going to sit back and let this game progress. Like, ByuN is in no rush to force the issue right now. So, that said, I mean, herO didn't really need to do anything while ByuN was 3 bases. ByuN's 4th coming up now. This is perhaps where herO wants to start extending the fact that he's got a good army. He's got money in the bank. He can rebuild. He's going to have more positions to strike in. Prism in the main base already survives through low HP, but it's going to be good enough for the warp in, it seems. Or is it? The Marines? Oh, if they didn't stop for the Zealots, might have actually got the Prism. There's actually DTs show up as well. We don't have detection initially. Turning around now, the rest of the army showing up, and ByuN is in an awkward place behind his command center. Sends the Vikings in. They will get rid of the Colossus pretty quickly. Good EMPs. DT showing up. Do we have a scan? It just doesn't matter. ByuN just doesn't have an army to fight this in the first place. He had a scan, but the DTs are doing so much. Now the DTs are still running in, even after being EMP'd, as there is just zero respect for this Terran force. herO is just going to send it. And ByuN having to scramble together a defense here. Can he get anything going? Can he possibly survive through this? No, he cannot. And herO is going to take that opening game with confidence and honestly just looking pretty good in general there. A solid start from herO as he takes a 1-0 lead. Now best of 5 final. ByuN's early attack obviously went wrong. herO took advantages from that and really just ran with those advantages as best as he could. So, game 1 gets wrapped up in favor of herO. We'll head to game 2 in a couple of moments and see if ByuN can get back on track or not. And game 2 in just a couple of moments as well. Beautiful. Just waiting for the guys to host, and we'll get into this. $10,000 feet, awesome. Alright, readying up and getting straight into game number 2. As you can hear, we're counting on down 10,000 feet for our second map. Get this one on the way in a few moments. Get this ready to kick off. And Cromwell, did I mention your 51-month resub on the Prime? I don't know if I did. I think I might have missed it. Thank you so much for the 51 months. Thank you for priming us. Appreciate the subs. Alrighty, let's get into the bottom right-hand corner. The red Terran player. For game number 2 of this best of 5. Down a game and looking to bring it back. It is going to be ByuN. Taking on the blue Protoss. Top left-hand side. 14-time champion of the WARDITV Mondays. Looking to make it 15. We have herO in the upper left corner of the map. Yo, did we stop the balls from moving? Oh, no. We just didn't have vision properly, apparently. That's funny. I thought the map had been updated. But nope, it was just not the correct vision was had, and hence the ball was not currently in motion. Funny. Oh, good. Has ByuN won any of these? He won edition number 1, and he won one back in April. So he's won a couple of these events. Edition 1 has a little asterisk on it because, like, you know, some of the top dogs didn't play in the first couple. I mean, it was still a win. But yeah, ByuN was the OG champ of the WARDITV Monday event. The OG. Old Probe's gonna come across, look at that engineering bay, look to try and nibble it down a little bit. SCV gets turned out of here, it's gonna get pushed away. And engineering bay barracks all coming through. Yeah, next is cool coming through. Reaper on the way. Orbital about to finish. Command center building. We're just going to come across and nibble up some minerals. I'm trying to say nibble as much as possible for the guys playing the WARDITV drinking game. So it's fun. Apparently just everything's a nibble lately. Reaper is moving about the adept shades. The Reaper gonna spin back around toward the top side and Going to take a chance to move through into the natural, into the main base, seeing what's going on. Dropping down Twilight Council in the main already. Little grenade goes down. Probes are going to get blasted. Pulling out in the NCC, finishing up shortly. Again, a couple of Marines coming through. Tech Lab on the way about. As we settle down. For the moment, rebit down to the bottom side. Trying to see what's going on. A couple of Marines coming up. Cyclone will build. Starport halfway done. Forward command SCV coming through for the moment. We get ourselves the blink coming up as well at the moment. So get all of that going. The gateway and the probes coming online. It's going to see the Reaper hopping up and down. A couple of Stalkers. Going to try and chase the Reaper across to that left-hand side. Is going to be able to get that kill. Marines gather on the main base. The Cyclone and the Medevac continuing through. Drops that pylon down out to that far left side, the robotics facility. Coming up, about halfway done at the moment. Gateway and the blink still building through. The Stalker in addition right now. And that blink just Corona boosting up on the Twilight Council here. As the Medevac will boost to the upper left-hand side. So Cyclone and 4 Marines. ByuN looking for some of that early damage. Looking to try and get himself going a little bit more strongly in this second game than he did the first. It's ideally what he aims for here. I'm just going to see that Medevac boosting about. Again, Robo Facility finishing up, a couple Stalkers coming by. The Blink and the Stalker continues to produce through. Cyclone drops and the Stalker starts to take some hits. Marines unloading. Going to see the Cyclone pulling back. Medevac taking shots as well. We will see the Cyclone now going down already. Raven, Tank, and a couple Marines all continuing up. The mules are going to drop into place. Again, the Observer coming around. The Blink is coming through. It's going to have the Marines in that Medevac getting turned around once again. A couple Stalkers will still be there. The Observer moves up. The Bunker will do a little bit of damage. Stalker's still taking hits. Tank will siege up now. So we have ourselves the chance to play defense, and the Stalkers will not do much else, so they're going to be held back. Good Bunker, good Tank. Kind of eyes on where we go from here. Obviously, you can already see here of the Robo Bay, but what does ByuN want to head toward? You know, how is ByuN going to approach this next stage? In order to turret down, a couple of probes will take some more damage, so a few more shots there. We got just the one. It's obviously lost mining time as well, and that adds up over time, so that's what you want to be doing for the most part. Stalker shooting in after a couple of those Marines. Tanks taking damage already as well. Now have again Stimpack Combat Shield +1 all on the way through. The charge is about halfway done. And Nexus is finishing in the next few moments, and the Colossus still building up for the moment. A couple of Probies still building by. And yeah, probes are going to boost now that Nexus. There is the Observer, which is following this Medevac, but it's nothing too exciting. Just in case you saw it on the minimap, that's all that's going on over there. It's just the Observer chasing. It looked like there was something actually like hitting the Medevac for a moment or two, but not actually the case. It's coming about. Colossus will build. Let's have ourselves Stim Combat and the +1 starting, and the third CC from ByuN as well. So again, looking to the future while also having those upgrades finishing shortly to allow us to put some work in to get ready to go. Colossus comes down that left-hand side. We do have otherwise just a couple forges coming up, adding on those gateways. Again, Colossus very much so on the way through at the moment here. Also just have Combat Shield finishing now. ByuN is not really stepping onto the map super aggressively. Maybe bad memories from game number 1 where trying to be aggressive with all the tanks and so really lost him a lot this time. It's going to take his third base while moving around with some ByuNs that are going to be able to much more easily disengage from a fight and kind of pull back as required. So just setting up to kind of play from that as the units join up. +1/+1. Thermal lance coming through. Just going to be seeing the Colossus production well underway. I'm just going to start Stargate here from herO. So, is that an early investment into like late game, or do we have another kind of plan of action here? I'm not actually sure what the current go-ahead kind of idea might be, to be honest. Triple order turret in the back. Raven's still doing what it can when it can, but answer is, you know, the reality of that is it's still not very much. As the Bio pulls back down to the bottom. And again, just going to see the +1/+1 upgrade. The Colossus thermal lance on the way. Stargate finishing very shortly. A couple extra gates coming through. And these Stalkers will ping away. SCVs taking damage also. Let's just see our Medivacs and our Bio units continue to join back together for the moment. Stalkers will take a chance down the left-hand side. Marine going to get picked away at for the moment as well. Stargate and Fleet Beacon coming up currently from herO, so bring that straight through. Senate Thermal Lands, +1 air weapons coming up as well. Yeah, equal supply at the moment as herO is just playing straight to the later units, right? ByuN is just clearly saying that he's not moving out. And herO is instantly just like, okay, that's fine. No worries. We can go from here. See the T2 upgrades coming about. The air weapons coming through. The Bio takes a jump forward. Stalker's in trouble, immediately taking a bunch of shots. You see the Zealots peeling back out to the center of the map. And again, a little bit of Vikings, Marauders, the Ghost coming through. Armory about to finish. Carriers are now producing. Just going to rally those into this back corner and keep those moving out for the moment. A couple tanks continue into play as the Zealot count grows on the right-hand side. He was doing the right thing of just, if Terran sits back, you just expand. And the faster you expand, the more economy you roll with, and the better you're going to be when you start fighting. It's when the Terran hits the 4th base, I think herO wants to start initiating the fights, if he does at all. But at this point, like I say, he's just rushing up to carries. He's saying, cool, you want to play the later game? You think that's good? How about I get to the later game ASAP? Let's see if you can deal with my proper late game. You know, you think late game is you get a couple ghosts out and you EMP me? So let me teach you late game. Carriers producing. Which is obviously maybe not the typical expectation either. Carriers coming through, a few interceptors being made. Nexus finishing very shortly, a few more barracks on the way out, missile turret and the starport coming up as well. A couple of Vikings building with the Marine Marauder coming through too. Ship weapons and the 2-2 upgrades also continue to produce right now. Zealot's going to come charging straight forward. You can see the siege tank getting picked away at, turning back around the other way. Now we're seeing the carriers coming up, +2 air weapons, the T2 upgrades all coming over. Continue to get that settled in. We're seeing the Zealots going to charge in from that right-hand side. Maybe a lot of Bio just going to be in position already. Zealots getting jumped on. Going to get cleaned out pretty quickly as the 2-2 upgrades still coming into place. So we are going to clean those Zealots out. Going on that 4th base, the carrier count just grows. I mean, if you don't have Vikings when these carriers show up, like a significant amount of Vikings, do we just die as the Terran? It's so rare you even see carriers like against Terran, because typically we play into the Tempest at first and so on, and sometimes you get carriers that come up, but it's a way later game scenario. So like I say, I'm not sure what the circumstance might be here. I think this truly is ByuN who's just not kept tabs at all, and the Protoss who's just like, cool, the later we go, the better. In this case, maybe not quite so much. If he'd realized this was going on sooner, he could have probably made some plays a lot earlier as well. But yeah, I think that's a scan that's going to tell him a little bit of the disaster that he finds himself in. There's a lot of carriers. We're going to try and take this fight, as we do have a couple Colossus on the ground as well. pulling back defensively, fighting. You might still be okay to some extent here. Vikings going to try and work their way through the first carrier, but they're not lasting super long. We are going to have a lot of bios succeeding on the ground. And if we can just get enough anti-air underneath these carriers, then we can do work. A few Marines and Ghosts trying to do their thing. Extra Zealots are warping in and showing up. herO lost almost everything, as we are going to see another carrier go down. We're just missing anti-air. If I'm ByuN, I actually think maybe it would have been better to run these Marauders at that bottom left base right now. He is going to lose his fourth base because he just can't stop the Interceptors, so that will fall. herO lost a lot, and herO does not have a bank to rebuild with because he's spending it on freaking carriers, and they ain't cheap. So ByuN absolutely wins the fight. He just needs some more anti-air. Now he's going to go pure Marine production, 4 Vikings at a time. At this point, I mean, he's got enough Marauders to sim through onto a base as well, and as he gets toward maxing here and he gets a few more units out, he should step forward and try and push forward and take advantage of, again, what was a bad fight from herO. Just kind of took a very straight-up fight when you kind of want to make sure it's a bit more kind of letting the carriers do their thing rather than everything on the ground just getting dismantled instantly. Vikings pulling back, the Marines pulling away. How are we going to approach this? Currently just trying to fight the Interceptors, which isn't super fun. Feel the Interceptors going down. If enough Interceptors go down, you open the door to everything else kind of being viable here. A couple more Vikings showing up. We're not yet able to get in after the carriers, but we are getting to the point now where Interceptors are not doing enough anymore. The Nexus will go down, and now we are going to chase the carriers out, almost out of Interceptors. A lot of them are out and just rebuilding a couple. And the chase down from ByuN is very real. Stalker's warping in, but is that going to be great against what's a lot of Marauders still on the ground? And the problem is, at this point, like, herO's army is not getting any better, right? Like, herO's just replacing with more of what he had before, only with no Colossus, no splash damage on the ground, and as long as there is anti-air to deal with a lot of this, it's going to really just kind of make it so that this doesn't matter. Like, as long as the carriers can be killed, this is just going to be a disaster through and through. We're just going to try and dive through. Again, we see our carriers getting knocked down. There's a few Interceptors left still. Like I said, it's kind of awkward because it's just a matter of kind of having the right amount of anti-air, but this time we actually do have enough to chase down this army, and that should just be GG from herO. As his attempt to rush the carriers honestly just wasn't supported by anything good on the ground. Like, he had no support at all for these carriers, and that ain't going to do it. GG, and that's 1-1. And that is going to tie us up in this best-of-5 final. As, yeah, I honestly thought the surprise carriers were going to be more effective. But they just need some kind of support, right? At the end of the day, they need something to kind of go along with them. And this was a main core served up with no cutlery, you know? Never mind starter or dessert, just no cutlery. No tools to utilize them with, sadly. Just waiting for a couple people to join this lobby, guys. Game 3 will be on ley lines as we're tied 1-1 in the best-of-5. Carriers seem so bad right now. Yeah, I think the problem with carriers is that you're losing a lot of your instantaneous splash damage that would help against, like, Vikings or so. So, if the Terran just has enough... Like, carriers never did damage instantly. What carriers did is it forced you to have a proper reaction to them, because eventually you would have to deal with them. And that combined with splash damage kept the carriers very safe to do that for an extended period of time, so that the Terran was never really getting into a comfortable position. In this case, there's not really a way to stop the Terran from killing off the carriers eventually. And so you just don't get enough time to really get the value from the carriers if you're not having the support to kind of push Vikings and Marines and so away from them. It was also just a bad fight. Like, honestly, like, straight up, I think this game is actually a lot closer if herO just engages properly as well. Like, he took one of the most straight up, just like, I'm going to A-click in towards you kind of moves, and ByuN just... Like, he overwhelmed on the ground, so whatever support that was there just went down, and even the carriers felt pretty lackluster in terms of what they try to do, so... Yeah, like I say, you just need the proper composition to at least make it look better. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think carriers are necessary to play a lot of the time in PvT, but I just don't think this was a great example of carriers either, to be honest. Well, proxy barracks here from ByuN in this game 3. put the aggression on. What is it about Terrans and ley lines that they just love the proxy Marauder on? I do not know, man. Like, they just absolutely love this build on this map. Hold coming through, Marauder coming about, Tech Lab on the way. Open the warp gate coming around, just going to be seeing the Nexus coming through. And got a couple Marauders coming out as well. Cluster shells getting put into production. Couple Marauders are coming through. Cluster shells then. Marauders stepping up. Let's see what the defense from herO will look like. Yeah, I mean, ByuN steps up. herO no scouts as well, so he's clueless. Cancels the Nexus immediately. ByuN could take a pylon down quickly. herO's already supply blocked. Starts to get the sentry on the way, which is important because you're going to need the force field to keep these units out. Has to pull the probes here. Is going to get rid of the SCV build in the bunker, but the fact that bunker is going to be alive on the high ground is still a big deal, right? Because that means you are going to have vision to shoot up, and that's exactly why we're able to still hit these stalkers. Two Marauders go down. Two Marauders get out on low HP. The other Marauder goes down. We got rid of one stalker at least, but now a battery does finish. Robo on the way. Both barracks going to lift off. Just going to retreat down to that bottom left-hand side. Robo still coming through. Refinery coming up. Factory drops into the main base. Just going to get that straight on the way for the moment and see where we are going to be going. Hallucination. Just going to step through. Factory is going to be finishing. A couple of Stalkers and the Immortal coming up. I mean, ByuN is just expanding back at home, so the longer he just, keeps herO on one base, the happier he is going to be. Stalkers and the Sentry will come down this ramp, and we do have the Immortal going to finish up in a few moments. Command Center and Starport coming about. Bunker and the Tech Lab coming over. Cyclone and Marines coming over. Again, Starport will finish very shortly. The probe is just going to get there, drop down a Nexus already. Put that into place. Stalker Sentry, Immortal taking the chance to head to the bottom left-hand side, getting toward the main base already. Going to bring that straight over. Observing the Nexus coming up. Twilight Council coming through. Reactive Viking Cyclone continues to come about as well as the Stalker and the Sentry will have a chance here to poke up this ramp in toward the main. Fun counter. How much potential does it really have? Obviously, we are expanding behind this. Hallucinates a Colossus for vision. Locks onto the Sentry of the Cyclone. Do we have vision? We don't need it. And get that final shot off anyways. The Sentry goes down. New Sentry about to arrive. Observer 2, so high ground vision is not really a big issue. It's just that Immortal. That Immortal is the one thing that's genuinely somewhat scary here. Honestly, ByuN can killing observers. Name a better combo. Honestly, it's ridiculous how good this guy is at killing observers lately. I keep saying it because I'm always like, it's just like killing an observer here and there is whatever, but like it's every time an observer shows up, bam, it's dead. Bam, it's scanned. Bam, it's in trouble. Like it's actually crazy how much this guy is killing observers lately. Like it's the right thing. It's impressive. To spot as many as he is spotting. Maybe it's a confirmation bias at this point. Maybe he's missing some and I'm just like, whatever. I've just seen enough, but there's one over his army right now. Nope, it's just got scanned. See? The moment he got a scan, bam. Scan, dead. Observer, no. Like, just refuses to let them observers see anything. It almost, like, don't get me wrong, costs you a scan, but it honestly almost feels as though building observers against ByuN is just not worth it. Like, it's getting to that point where he's so good. It's reminding me of that Whirlwind Tasia versus Rain, I think, game. Artesia killed like 20 plus observers throughout a game. ByuN's doing that in every single game he plays. It's not just one game, it's like every game. He's killed 3 observers in 6.5 minutes. Like, come on. It's a bit silly already. That's a lot of gas down the drain, honestly. Wasn't that Teja game against Rain? Yeah, on Whirlwind, right? I didn't know if it was against Rain, but I think it was. That's why I said Rain very slowly, because I'm trying to confirm in my head. Oh, we have Stim for this. Zealots have charge, though. What can the tanks do? Knocking down a lot of the range units from afar. The Hallucinate Immortal actually took the most damage so far, unfortunately, for ByuN. He's just going to step away from this. I think he's okay with what he did. He cleaned out a lot of units there. He cleaned out some of the tech units, like the sentries and so. The Immortals are pretty chunky, and he's kind of forced herO into playing a bit more defense, and then, you know, extra Immortals still on the way. Robo Bay very late in comparison. So that's moving up to the top. The medevac there is going to get ready to drop in toward the main very soon. Engineering Bay will finish shortly. Combat Shield in production. Continue to bring that over. See the rest of the bio moving out onto the map once more. The few Marines will unload into the back of the main base. A couple of probes are going to get knocked away at. The pylon will take some damage. The Zealots trying to step through as well. Now bio just runs onto the third base. hero's in trouble, man. He's going to pull the probes in, but these workers are not going to have a good time. There's no follow-up. He's lost gateway power in the main as well. A couple of Zealots actually flank. Is that going to be enough? Answer is absolutely not. Now these Immortals! You know what? All these units are such low HP, but they are doing so much damage. We're going to kill at least 2 Immortals. The Sentry will go down. We're going to kill all the Immortals. My goodness. Even the tank survives for one more hit. And herO is down to third base. He's down a bunch of probes. And ByuN, his follow-up is looking great here. Combat Shield on the way. Obviously has himself a third CC building against herO's current 2-base predicament. Gonna see the bio into the main, just gonna unload. We see the few Zealots going through, loading back up into the medevac, dropping back down the other side. Gonna see the couple Zealots gonna get chased away. +1 extended thermal lens. The Zealots continuing about as well here. Just gonna see that medevac boosting over, escaping away for now. Let's see the bio. All come through. The rest of the bio going to come about. Just going to see the bio is going to come through. A couple of Zealots going to get chased away. A little bit of bio in the back coming through as well. A couple of Widow Mines going to be getting going. Just going to see there's a couple of Zealots coming through as well. Just going to be seeing the Colossus coming through. See the rest of the bio and the Vikings coming across as well. Yeah, a couple of Vikings, the +1 attack upgrade, armory in the engineering base building. The bio will retreat away. ByuN maintains a supply lead. It's up 10 workers. He's up in army supply. Obviously, herO does have reestablished base 3. ByuN's going to have equal upgrades as well, so honestly pretty reasonable there too for the moment. CC going to start morphing into an orbital. The armory and a couple of medevacs coming up also. And Ghost on the way. Prism and the +1 armor coming over. Chrono boosting the Robo facility for now. So just continue to bring that about. Maybe a chance here to try and take a bit of a fight, but it's a little scary attacking into the Colossus. Colossus is going to shoot. A few more shots coming about for a couple of moments there. You see the bio is going to get the Observer goes down already. It's just going to be settling up. +2, +1 on the way through. The ship weapons coming about also. We've seen the Zealots just going to go chasing the Bio down. Just going to see the EMP coming in. Zealots going to get caught already. I see a little bit of Bio going to come through, and a couple of probes going to just get jumped on. So instantly as herO goes across the map, ByuN is ready to backstab and just come swinging through for some damage. As the Zealots coming forward, a couple Colossus coming through as well. The other Stalkers there to help also. And we've seen the Bio still pushing up. This Colossus is going to get doomed. This army was way too good for ByuN. Both players took a lot of work and damage recently as well, and that's going to keep ByuN in his, in favor here. And ByuN is going to go up 2-1 against herO in this best of 5. Hey, Parabytes, what's up? How you doing? 79-month resub. Hello to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks so much for dropping the resub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. 79 is an amazing amount of commitment. Thank you so much as we get ready to jump into map number 4 here, guys. ByuN is on a 2-1 lead in this best of 5 series. So, this off and get this going is that's a fun opening as well. The Marauder's getting some work done initially, putting on that fun, a little bit of a different position. Sipship, 4-year resub on the Prime as well. Thank you very much too, as these guys are wasting no time. They're straight into game 4. What's up, Roddy? Haven't seen Protoss lose like this since spring 2018. Yeah, pretty much. That's crazy, man. I've seen at least 2 Protoss players lose today. Is that true? Yeah, we've seen at least 2 Protoss players lose today. Especially that PvP matchup. I'm so sick of Protoss stopping the other Protoss players from expanding. It's disgusting. Unbelievable. Alrighty, let's get into it as we have ourselves in the bottom left, the red Terran, with a match point opportunity. Can he win his 3rd WARDITV Monday here today? It's ByuN in the bottom left corner. In the top right, our blue Protoss player is herO. Get straight at it. SDV and a probe. We're going to nibble at each other on the other side for a couple of seconds. We just have those couple of SCVs continuing after the probe for now. So a little bit of action, a little bit of running around. herO making sure he knows exactly what's going on this time. Gets down to the low ground right on time to see the engineering bay coming in. This means you can deal with this just with the probe pull. You do not need to build a Zealot even, most likely, because it's going to have very little HP on it. Cybercore is well on its way. The Orbital and the Reaper coming up here currently. He's just going to bring that through. You have the SCV is going to come around, nibble at the probes as well. A bit more damage being dealt. Cybercore Nexus just going to come through. The Reaper coming up. And the Command Center and the SCV continue to come by. Just early game settling in. Let's see what sort of a setup we get. It's been a fun little matchup where we've definitely seen some different ways of setting up an opening. herO has been so heavily committed to hero's been so heavily committed to like playing Robo Facility Colossus a lot lately. It's been very fun to see. It's a blind rattlesnake. Thank you so much for gifting a sub out to Mosaic Gamer. Thank you so much for the generosity. Appreciate it. I was just gonna see our Reaper. Gonna get in after that probe. Little grenade going down. Yeah, your question already kind of answered. I think the one thing to add on about observers is that spotting like an observer here and there is not like super weird. Like, you know, you can see them moving. It's the consistency at which ByuN is spotting them, which I think is impressive. It's like Terrans all the time see an observer in this kind of, right? Like if you think there's an observer around, you spot around. You know, these guys have a good idea of when the observers are out as well, right? So that all helps. It's the fact that ByuN is killing every observer that instantly enters its path. Like, it's barely getting information before it gets removed. That's what is super crazy about it. Like, that's because getting every single one while playing the rest of the game is... yeah, it's tough, for sure. Blink is coming about. A couple of gates and the robo facility all coming online. It's gonna have our siege tank and a couple of marines on the way as well. Just gonna get that going as we just have the couple of adepts shading down towards the bottom left-hand side. And yeah, what I said was just an addition to Mosaic's response because he really kind of said it well anyway. Blink halfway done. Robo facility about to finish. We have our battery at the front finishing as well. Just have a few units are collecting. ByuN is ready to poke in. Cyclone these few marines. Going to dodge around the adepts, which is cool. Although the adepts cancel that shade. But it would have been nice if the adepts commit to that shade, then they're out of position, right? So nice just to hide the army and just hide the fact that this is arriving. And now we're going to drop in at the front. Tank will be able to set up. Yeah, that battery is in trouble immediately. We're not going to siege the tank. As the medevac going to take the first and second volley. Stalkers obviously do not have blink. ByuN just not microing. It's going to take us to 2 and 2 and just tie up this series just like that. That was lackluster to say the least from ByuN. He just lost his medevac to non-blink stalkers in 2 shots. Yeah, I mean that was not a very ByuN kind of game. It's not very often ByuN just kind of... honestly, it felt good as well at first, but like you probably need to keep the medevac alive for micro, bait the stalkers in a little. Probes pull. I feel like maybe getting the tank siege would have been worth it as well. Maybe he just needed to get the tank siege then show himself. He was just a bit too eager to get going as well. He was too busy looking for observers, yeah. Smart. Alright, going down to Ruby Rock. We're going to go to Game 5 in our finals today, guys. Let's take it all the way through to this 5th game. Get this set up and see what's going to happen. Ruby Rock. We'll kick it up. In the bottom right-hand side, it's going to be the red Terran player. It is going to be ByuN. The top left, our blue Protoss is herO. Game 5 of the best of 5. As we get set up and ready to roll. The probe coming across. It's going to nibble. SCV and probe going to go back and forth. Gate coming through. Rex and the gas coming over. We have our probe escaping toward the main a couple moments and then turning back around. I see a probe nibbling. The SCVs take some damage. Gun laughed at. ByuN very sad about this. And that probe gonna keep on being annoying. Cybercore, the Zealot, the probe coming through. The Reaper is on the way. The orbital commander building as well. And yeah, probe continues to journey about. Seeing what we can do here for the moment. Cybercore halfway done. Zealot, the probe coming about right now. Orbital Command, Reaper on the way over. Probably comes across. Gonna take another couple of nibbles on the SCV. Finally getting that cleaned up, and the Reaper will go across the map. So probe goes down, the men sent to high ground, so ByuN can take a little bit of a safer approach to this early game, try and ensure that nothing really happens, nothing gets delayed or anything early on. Hero's a zealot out, walking the low ground. Stalker just going to be there. Reaper again turned around the other side. I see that Stargate is going to come up from herO. It's a bit of a different approach here. Nice time, interesting time to mix it up. First of all, game 5, right? But could be cool as well, because if you're playing this as though it's just Twilight again as ByuN into Robo, and then you kind of get aggressive, that Stargate can catch you off guard. It's going to be Oracle first, though, so he's not going to go Phoenix and kind of bank Phoenix and keep it hidden for a while, which keeps this interesting, I guess. Seeing the Adept gonna shoot, Reaper will take a few shots, a bit of damage being done. And Nexus in the Warp Gate continue to come up for the moment. A couple of Marines are popping out of that barracks. Reaper continues to pull about. Widowmine, SCV, and Medevac still producing 3 for the moment. So again, we get a lot of that coming in for now. The extra Widowmine just unburrowing on the edge there. Medevac gonna pop out and try and take that Widowmine across the other direction. So we actually have the Oracle showing up, and that's going to be an issue. Inu does not want to look at the Oracle. He doesn't want to see the SCVs dying. 3 workers going down. Bunker will be cancelled. Now Phoenix on the way as well, as that does mean, of course, that we have ourselves a chance to play Denial on the Widowmine drop very comfortably. We already have... Actually, it's just our first Phoenix right now, so there's a pretty good chance that maybe this does not get denied immediately. It's 3 mines as well. The Stalkers... Just going to turn it around. Drops the Revelation as well. You can't really stick around now because of the Phoenix that's on the way, and I mean, I'm kind of surprised that ByuN is even going to try to keep this Medevac about. He's going to see the Phoenix now. I was going to say, what's the decision? He's going to boost, he's going to run. He could burrow the mines and try to kind of protect the Medevac with the Widow Mines against the Phoenix. Oracle is there to activate if the Medevac is going to do that. As the Marines and the Viking will save it, so we just get back to the rest of our units, and that is going to be a Medevac save and play. Keep those mines alive is not a bad thing. Just in case the Phoenix are flying about, you can still get some catches and defensive with those mines, so definitely not a bad thing to keep alive and kicking in this scenario for the moment. And there you go. There's a a great great display of exactly how that can be good. Is going to take his own chance to have a little bit of a laugh about things, and this time it's herO. That is sad. Yeah. Let's see the Marines. Just going to get to the back. The Adept will go down. Oracle showing up for a couple more SCVs though, so herO still making the absolute most of the fact that he's got an Oracle there. Going to get rid of that bunker. Doesn't seem like he needs it right now. More Stalkers warping in, so we have ourselves that blink about to be done, and herO will try and put some pressure on coming to the other side of the map here currently. Stimpack and Combat Shield starting from ByuN, obviously, with everything that's happened. A little bit of a later dive into the bio upgrades is not too surprising. And again, Tank and the Marines is joining up together. Stim Combat and +1 coming in. Stalker's ready to make a dive into this main base, perhaps, as going to see the Stim pack is going to be under fire immediately. Well, I mean, we're going to cancel Stim, but at the cost of what? 2 Stalkers, the Phoenix. Cyclone lock on there. Oh, I thought I was going to get another Stalker killer. Just gets out. Super low. Being a bit of a shame. +1 charge coming up. The gateway is still building as herO gets into the next step. supply's not great for him, and hey, look at that. Medevac gets across the map. Because we killed the Phoenix, he can actually hide in the corner. And either as herO, now you've got to make another Phoenix to clean that up, or you leave some Stalkers behind. So the Widow Mine drop is back in a whole new fashion. It's actually a great time to be across the other side. Getting 5 probes as well, catching his opponent off guard. This Viking wants the Oracle. Tries to stutter step it. Obviously, Vikings do have that kind of slow down, kind of speed up if he stops. So kind of trying to keep it moving while firing, gets more shots in, but it's not enough to get the kill. You can see that Widow Mine's dropping across into the natural this time. We're in a bit more of an attention-paying mood, as there is a very real Phoenix here that's going to hit this medevac, which means you just need to drop this Widow Mine. ByuN does not do so, and he does get pushed away. 4th base is going to be done soon from herO. 3rd base soon ready from ByuN as well. Viking going to shoot at the Phoenix. You can see the Zealot and the Zealot and the +1 coming up as well. A little bit of Bio coming over. Phoenix coming around. A little Guardian Shield going to pop up, as you are going to see the tank getting jumped on. The Marines are going to get chased. Stalkers continuing through. Widow Mine shots are good onto those Zealots. The Bio going to turn the other way. Still got that stim pack coming up. And Bio getting a lot of work done right now. Medevac still building through. Marauders coming online. Gonna go bam for a couple of probes there, bam for another few probes there as well. That's 9 workers killed. Just gonna see another Widow Mine gets burrowed. I'm just gonna see a bunch of those probes now being chased out of here. Now even more Zealots are gonna come through and hunt. As we look to try and get on top of this. I mean, herO's lost a lot of workers this game. ByuN, because he got stim cancelled, is actually very late on stim, so he can't escape right now. Widow Mines will start to go off, but he actually does not have a lot of good damage output. Chased all the way into his natural. Does he just not have a way to fight this? A lack of stim is a massive lack of DPS. He loses 10 SCVs himself. And again, chasing away these Stalkers might be difficult without the stim. He will get medevacs here. Extra Widow Mine showing up. The Viking even landing to help out. Man, that stim cancel from earlier is absolutely huge. Really coming into play with this timing right now. herO does manage this on the other side. Killed 11 SCVs. He's now lost 11 probes in recent history, so he evens up what's being killed. ByuN is now 15-ish workers behind. And obviously still needs to step out and take his 3rd base. herO having a 4th means rebuilding probes for him is very quick going at this point, and this mid-game starts to look a bit better for herO, who's also on his way to 2-1 upgrades, so he's going to be in a good upgrade position very shortly as well. Bunker, wow, yeah, well, he cancelled that bunker earlier, didn't he? So, yeah. He used to have a bunker there. Honestly, this wouldn't have been possible as well if ByuN just had stim, but the lack of stim actually really did come back to bite him. It is now available, as we're going to stim after these few Stalkers that will try and get some free pickoffs. Zealot's ready to run into the natural as well. We'll see how much ByuN loses as he's going to stim everything back in that direction. There is a Marine that holds position between the barracks and the mineral CC to stop access to the mineral line. So those Zealots actually get held up. That's a pretty decent play. However, the orbital command on the 3rd base is in some trouble. ByuN is getting out multitasked. That's the dead 3rd base. No. Yes, it is. He doesn't even get much out of this as well. He left way too much. He did not need all of that to go after the Zealots either, right? Like, he had those Zealots controlled. ByuN has 80 to 50 army supply. Like, he's in such a good position. If he just had a 3rd base, which obviously just died, so that's going to be the issue. He's going to pull the boys. He's going to send it. I mean, there's an opportunity that this works, realistically. The worst thing about ByuN right now is maybe the fact his army is hurting. Obviously, he's down in upgrade 2. Love this Viking just distracting. Oh my god, that's so many Zealots. He's going to see a chance to hit a couple of Stalkers here as they actually blink back. Maybe keeps the opportunity open. Viking going to land, but the cannon should deal with this. Widow Mine not going to go off on the Phoenix, which is important. The SCV is trying to get in front to tank for the bio units here. Some Widow Mines getting involved. Is it enough? There's some Widow Mines right in the back. The Colossus is here, though. The army supplies are evening up. And with reinforcements able to come in aplenty, herO will take another WARDITV Monday. Why are we not allowed nice things like different people winning the Monday Cup? It has been 4 months since someone not named herO, Maxpax, and Clem won this tournament. And to be fair, herO hasn't won since September. I feel like we gotta go all the way back to Showtime for one of the top 3 not to have won, and then Classic won. This was an exciting 2-week period, and then yep. Man, it's just dominant from these guys again. This was such a good start of this game from ByuN as well. Like, if he didn't lose his 3rd, he's in actually a very good position, I think. I think he's in a very okay place. His position is good. Yeah. When did the last Zerg win? Oh, you don't want to know. The last Zerg win was in Cup number 2. Our one and only ever Zerg win of the WARDITV Mondays by Shin in a 5-game epic against Maxpax. Little did we know that 57 cups later, we'd still not have another Zerg win. Yeah, I saw it came close against Clem in the finals once, but lost the 2-1 advantage that he had. Wardy, do you know where is Harston? Why would I know where is Harston? I don't know, probably traveling to a tournament? I have no idea. I have no clue. There's the Stellar Fest or something this week. But yeah, I think he's doing something there. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know if it's even travel day for that, because Clem's here and ByuN was here and they're playing in that as well, so yeah, I don't know. GG's. ByuN second, herO first. As a wrap up on the WARDITV Mondays. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna do it for us today. Tomorrow is WARDITV Korean Royale qualifiers. However, I was mentioning this earlier, right now we have very low sign-up numbers. There is a very, very real chance tomorrow that if there's just not enough players for that, then we will just probably cancel the Korean Royale and run something else in its place. I don't have $3,500 to give away to something nobody wants to play. So yeah. Right now, our sign-up list is Rex, Smite Steel, and Bloody Monster. So, hoping that gets a little better. And if it doesn't, then, like I say, we'll probably just reformat that into something else. So, yeah. I'll be here tomorrow no matter what, because even if we cancel the qualifier, I'll go live and be sad about it. So, yeah, we will be here. We'll do crank replays if not. So, yep, I'm hoping a bunch of people just sign up last second. Fingers crossed. Because that's oftentimes what they do. But I guess we will see. Alrighty, yeah. Cool. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you guys have enjoyed, obviously, as usual, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you really enjoyed, obviously, prime sub and stuff as well. And I think with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, peace out, guys. Bye. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Seth adds on the outro and we'll host someone up. Take care of yourselves. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, bye.